this year.
Okay.
So not only do you not get to pitch Sale yesterday against the Mets, he's going to win the Cy Young. He's been the most dominant pitcher in the National League. Not only now do you have to, is Sale going to miss the Monday games against the Mets? But if the game doesn't get rained out yesterday, Sale pitches, a perfect world, Braves win, on perfect rest, he's ready to start the playoff series. Now, he doesn't face the Mets at all, and he's burned until game 2 or 3 of the playoffs if you make it. No, this is a much worse break than, you have the hardship of playing a doubleheader on Monday. This has echoes for a Braves team that has fought a billion bad breaks this year. I follow Braves baseball. You guys have gathered this real close for a long time. I can't remember the adversity of any Braves team ever. And to still be alive and kicking here. But, man, it's just finally Mother Nature gives you one big slap. It's not just throwing your normal contingency plans all amok when this happens. That happens over the course of a season. But the timing of this, of going from having Chris Sale yesterday, hopefully pulling you even with the Mets now in the wild card, and then him being rested to go Tuesday in game 1 of a wild card, or if at worst, Wednesday game 2. He's perfectly, rested, right on schedule. And now you have to pitch him against the Royals. I don't know what anyone else thinks, but I don't think I'm about the business of saving the guy for Monday. Now, you pitch your best guys on schedule right now and play this 5 games out and hope you get in. Hope you get in. Good Royals team trying to make the playoffs themselves, come to town with a lot of urgency. But, yeah, just a way worse break for the Braves yesterday in just a season of bad break after bad break after bad break. You tallied up the missed games by all-star players. Oof. But now this is just one last gut punch, one last hurdle that this particular team is going to have to get over if they're going to be a playoff team. And the Diamondbacks won last night. They're tied in the loss column, but Arizona's now played 2 more games than Atlanta, the 2 that the Braves will make up with the Mets. It's inevitable that those 2 games are going to matter one way or the other. I mean, if the Braves are within 2 games of either the Mets or the Diamondbacks, the series is going to have to be played. And if it's any closer than that, it's going to have to be played because it can change. So that's the way it's going to end. So I would assume that the Braves would throw their guys against Kansas. You got to win every game here, man. I mean, it's almost do or die playoff situation. But ultimately, and back to the point, it's going to leave you on Monday with your 4th and 5th starters. There's hope, by the way, that Ronaldo Lopez comes back from his shoulder soreness. He's thrown some bullpen. He says he's ready. And if he can pitch Monday, that changes things a lot. It's a huge advantage. Maybe you go Schwellenbach, Lopez. Now I'm getting deep into the weeds of baseballdom. So thank you for allowing me that. But do you see how it's just a lot more than it's rain out yesterday, and unfortunately they'll have to play a doubleheader on Monday.
Yeah, they were tweeting me about it. Like, man, I'm with Pross. I'm upset that we got to play a doubleheader on Monday.
Yeah. And beyond the doubleheader, you've lost Chris Sale in 3 big opportunities. 1 last night against the Mets. 2 would be to be able to pitch Monday against the Mets, and 3 would be able to pitch early in a wild card series if you do advance. You've lost 3 prime Chris Sale opportunities to pitch out of this one rain out yesterday. Should they or could they have done something different? Who knows? It is what it is, and that's a season-ending doubleheader on Monday. The only baseball games that'll be played most likely. And you want to talk drama? We thought you needed your helmet this week, E. My gosh, on Monday?
Right.
Takes us to our Jaguars. Ever a team needed a win for a bunch of reasons, including a bunch of us out here. ET and I were talking in the pre-show meeting. and I was telling him, you know what? It's kind of dawned on me, and E, you can tell me if you agree here, but I feel like this team now is definitely dealing with an element that they haven't dealt with, even during that end-of-season slide last year. There was enough accompanying, reason injury and otherwise, to at least accept it. Okay, we're 9-8, and we went to the playoffs last year, but we'll regroup, we'll get healthy, we'll be fine. Yeah, we were disappointed, but we weren't disgusted. And now the start of this season has begun, and, all of the offseason talk and optimism, not just from the Jags, from outlets like here, and be fair to us all, conversations with you and your buddies at the sports bar or the baseball game, wherever it was. We were all, I think, beyond cautiously optimistic about this year's football team, trying to put last season's swoon to bed, and then this happened. And now I've gleaned this from being a sports fan my entire life to a sick, obsessive level as a youngster. It's why I do what I do, I suppose. Through that, through covering all sports and all levels of franchise, this is where I feel like the fan base has gotten with this Jaguar team. It's a dangerous, toxic spot. I don't care who you're a fan of. We all experience the frustrations of being a fan. It's what you sign up for. Thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. The more your team loses, the more frustrated you are, and your base level changes. But, for the most part, when you are a fan of a team that's got a legitimate chance, that has some talent, that has rational evaluation that they could be a good contending team, right? When you get to that point, you'll get frustrated with your team in the moments on game day and linger into Monday, right? You will. That just happens. It happens with everyone. But we've reached the tipping point here, see? And this is kind of what I feel. And it's not all of y'all out there, but some of you are gonna hear what I'm about to say, and you're gonna go, damn right. Hockey sticks, yeah. And I think we've reached this tipping point. We've gone now, Jaguar fan base, much of it has gone from the temporary frustration of following the Jags to whenever you think of the Jags, you become frustrated. You see the difference? Yeah, I'm ticked off because of this fourth down call. I'm mad that we didn't close out and win that game. Gosh, I'm still going to rant on Monday. But on Wednesday, when the prospect of, going to the game on Sunday pops in, you start thinking about, well, what am I going to have for the tailgate? Or
what am I going to wear to the game? What
am I going to wear, right? Now, I think we're to the point, still fresh off of the shellacking we took on national television, that when just the topic of the Jaguars flitters into your head like, bah, the Jags. And there's only one cure for that. Ain't but one. It's not a press conference. You're going to hear it from Trevor and Doug. What we do. That's not that. And by the way, what I'm about to say, they know. Talking don't mean a dadgum thing. It's not going to make one Jaguar fan feel better. Doug Peters could come tuck your kid into bed and read him a story, and it wouldn't make you feel one dadgum bit better about the football team and the state of it, with a real big challenge coming up Sunday. And by the way, there's nothing about the mental makeup, the internal fortitude of this team that says suddenly they find the answer and respond. I almost feel going to Houston, they better come out. They better come out hot, score first, stay in the game. If it gets 14-3, we're gonna have another one just like we had at Buffalo. By the way, it's a defense searching for answers. It's down a ton of talent. I mean, some of their best players are hurt and haven't been playing. That might be a factor, but you got to be better than that, man. I don't care who you're playing with. Your roster should not be as susceptible to annihilation as the Bills made it look on Monday night, no matter who puts on a Jaguars uniform for that 60 minutes. So, yeah, I think that's kind of like the new dynamic. And again, I don't think it's permanent. It becomes permanent when we have gone through these long droughts that we've been through as Jaguars fans. I mean, long droughts, right? Decades, just like being top 5 drafters. So, what hope brings greater disgust when it's not realized. This team, for one thing, is for sure, E.T. Faux show.
For sure.
Okay, one thing is they are a heck of a lot better and more talented than 0-3 and 47-10 on Monday night.
I think that's why we're so angry.
All right, we'll hear from Doug and Trev on the other side. We've got lots of other sports to get to. FSU is going to try and keep their season on track. You know, they were supposed to be undefeated and heading off to this trap game in Dallas. Hasn't exactly worked out that way, but nonetheless, could be a tough test. And the temperature gets turned up real hot, real quick again if FSU can't put a streak together, quite frankly. So we got college football talk today. That includes the Riley Report. We'll visit with the former ACC Player of the Year. We got Doc Kevin Murphy talking injuries. Lots on the Jags side to discuss. You wait and you hope on Evan Ingram. I'm not super confident there. But all that talk and more as we get you going through a custom tree surgeons Thursday. When storms hit or you have damage or maybe you just need general maintenance, to call the company that I call, Custom Tree Surgeons, and CustomTreeSurgeons.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The action. The motion.
You see that acceleration.
Feel the active emotion of live play-by-play.
It's amazing how much energy.
On 1010XL.
Hey, John, my dad, Randy Marion's gone absolute Cadillac crazy. You won't believe our Escalade lineup.
Well, how crazy we talking, Jennifer?
Buckle up, folks. We've got over 35 Cadillac Escalades.
35 Escalades? That's luxury overload.
I'm talking fully loaded models, cutting-edge tech, and that signature Cadillac style.
And the deals are even more luxurious. $4,000 Escalade loyalty rebate.
Plus 5% off MSRP on retired courtesy vehicles. Head to Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $899 MNP and resistol.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Is an injury keeping you on the sidelines? Whether it's your shoulder, neck, back, knee, wrist, or ankle, don't let pain hold you back any longer. At Injury Care Centers, they offer the same high-tech treatments trusted by the pros to supercharge your recovery without surgery. The road to recovery starts the moment you pick up the phone. 904-783-0008. That's 904-783-0008. Injury care starts at Injury Care Centers.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
Go! Your school, your colors. There's something special about football under the Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Friday Night Lights with Hackert and Andrew Gibson. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T, and our listeners continue to bet and win big with MyBookie. If you haven't bet with MyBookie yet, those folks are still running the double deposit bonus. Just sign up using promo code 1010XL. We have a huge week starting with college and NFL games Thursday night. Get signed up now for Virginia Tech traveling to Miami. The Hurricanes are a 17-point favorite with an over-under of 55.5 points at MyBookie. With the way the Hurricanes been scoring, covering that spread looks like a no-brainer. And how about Thursday night football divisional matchup? The Cowboys traveling to New York to take on the Giants. The Giants are a 4.5-point home underdog. If you think the Giants will keep it close, take those 4.5 points. For a limited time, MyBookie is bringing back the double deposit bonus. Use promo code 1010XL to claim that bonus on your very first deposit. You heard that right. Double your money with promo code 1010XL before even placing a bet. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, we all think kind of like this, I think. We pay lots of money monthly. Sometimes we add up those numbers in our head, and something happens and we need you immediately. That's what Craig and Chris Kaprosky do. This husband and wife team have teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care of, I mean it. If something happens and you need the Kaproskys, you call them, they answer, and they jump on the case immediately. If they can't, they'll call you right back. It's called customer service. And it's something the Kaproskys don't take lightly. You don't have to leave them messages over and over again. Whether it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat, small business, the Kaproskys will be there for you at your time of need. How do I know? Because I can speak personally from this. They've helped me. They've helped my daughter. They've helped my son numerous times. Get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com or call 478-8422. 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprosky are part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family as well.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Frank Franzi here to congratulate my friends at Big Chief Tire. For the 5th year in a row, Big Chief Tire was named the best tire center in Jacksonville for excellence in tire services. Big Chief Tire has served the Jacksonville community for over 60 years with quality tires, brakes, repairs, alignments, and more. Big Chief is known for fair prices and honest service, and they've built a reputation for treating customers like family. Big Chief offers reliable solutions to keep vehicles safe and running smoothly. Visit BigChiefService.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
There's been a couple throws I've missed throughout the year. There's been a couple times where progression-wise I've gotten a little too far ahead of myself or thought I saw something I didn't see. And I think those are the majority of the mistakes, but just gotta keep trusting it. I think that's the main thing, is keep trusting it. Trust what I see, trust my progression, and just get the ball to our playmakers. They're gonna make plays. So we gotta continue doing that and staying on schedule.
Look, you know what helps all of that? Let's be honest. Some success, man. Sustained success, even better. And, Trevor and this offense has not found it to this point. I saw a real measured middle of the road. We're too in the middle of this to have rational opinion, right? People dig in their heels a little bit. Although there is this one easy take that I'm so tired of hearing. Okay, E, right on this one. You fall into this category, friend, so put your shield of armor up.
Okay.
I don't like this take. Trevor's trash right now, but I wouldn't get rid of him. Trevor sucks, but I'm not saying get rid of him. That's the easiest take in the world. You're never wrong with that take. So I don't need that one anymore. Okay? Either Trevor sucks and they need to get rid of him. At least back it. But, yeah, Trevor's trash, but I'm not saying get rid of him. That ain't a take, man.
You know what? That's fair.
That's too
That's not a
easy.
take.
And we're all right with that one. No, either y'all know the category I'm in. It's not the good side right now. I don't think Trevor's the problem. He's not the solution. He ain't why they're losing, but he's not why they're winning. And that's a step that needs to be taken. Some success maybe and getting on a little roll can help do that. I'm not going to get into the factors and the reasons and the why. I want the football team overall to succeed. And there's a lot going on there. Make no mistake. You know who's not a big fan of 16 right now? The dude he's looking at in the mirror after these losses.
I'm not happy with how I've played. I know that I have more to give, and I need to make more plays for this team. And your quarterback just has to play well to give you a shot to win every week. So I understand that, and that's my job. So I own that.
Yeah, you just they got to slow him down. I think the one thing that's happening now is that shouldn't be happening in year 4. There are plenty of fair criticisms now. No, I'm not saying that. Plenty of them. But one, man, he's starting to get that kind of shell shock, leave the pocket too early, not take time to see what's happening on the field, just sped up in his head, maybe even pre-snap to not recognizing things. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know all those reasons. But I know he's a lot better than he's played. And boy, some success would go a long way in changing that, right? Quarterback is the lightning rod. It sure is. The organization still remains completely behind him. Doug Peterson spoke to that yesterday, and they got a lot of things that have to be fixed. I think that's where rightly they are landing.
It can turn quick, and that's the thing is we just have to keep our head down and keep working. And like I said, but stay loose, have fun, keep flying around, don't tighten up, don't try to force the issue on making that one play that turns it. Just let it come to you.
All right, let's move on to Doug Peterson, who's got to balance the totality of this disaster to this point. And, there's also this, right? I hate to use a line twice. This is a good one. I'm going to drop it on you now at 6 o'clock. And it's going to come again. I'm going to swing this joke again when Dan is here. It's too good not to not get double reaction from him. You ready? When it comes to any friction between the front office and the coaching staff, and it has certainly existed, and I would say exists and simmers and gets worse at times like these, okay? Let's just say Balky, Peterson, the top of each of those food chains. I'd look at it like this, what's the way it feels. They may have buried the hatchet, but they're still tripping over the handles. It doesn't feel right. It feels it doesn't feel right. Again, another thing. There's just one cure, man, for all I'm talking about, really, at the end of the day. For fans' frustration and vitriol. From going from being temporarily frustrated to the thought of it frustrating you. To players and their search for answers and solutions to mistakes. To the coaches who have not shown well in 3 games. In any aspect of leading a football team. They have not shown well. To a front office that's done a poor job with some really, really glaring mistakes. You're never going to be able to run away for this Walker over Hutchinson. That just gets worse and worse and worse every day to the point it's not even fair to Trayvon Walker. I mean, my God, dude, you got a Hall of Famer sitting there just wrecking the league at a position. He is all those great players that everyone told you he was. That's going to be hard to get away from unless you win. So back to the only cure, the only tonic. It's winning. That's it. Nothing else. All right. Weather's certainly playing a bit of a role. Alabama A&M and FAMU have postponed their game due to Hurricane Helene that I believe is now set to slam that Big Bend coast over there this evening, maybe, right? It looks like it's staying further west of us than I guess we originally thought because the rain and the winds here are not what we were thinking they were maybe 3 or 4 days ago, right? I was seeing forecasts of wind gusts 70-plus miles an hour here in the Jacksonville area, and I'm not seeing anything like that on my local forecasts, but you follow at your leisure when it comes to that. FSU, of course, plays in Tallahassee. I'm curious if what the exact travel plan is, right? Because you got to fly out of Tallahassee, and and get there for an 8 o'clock kick on Saturday night. So I did what any good person would do, and I looked up my boy Irish Chauffeur to see just what's cooking. They were originally scheduled to fly to Dallas on Friday morning, but now they are planning on leaving today. So that has been confirmed. In fact, the team is busing over here to Jacksonville, where, again, this weather just that much east of that storm center is proven to be a lot more manageable. So they'll fly east to Jacksonville, or bus east to Jacksonville, and then fly by charter to Dallas, and then won't play until Saturday night at 8 o'clock. So Helene is what they're saying, the latest path. A major hurricane, when it makes landfall, Tallahassee still within that direct path, which would make a direct hit possible. So travel plans have already been changed, and it's a kind of a dual purpose, right? Go ahead and evacuate, and at the same time take care of a football game. Hopefully get a win if you're FSU. Don't forget, this is an ACC game. FSU fan clinging to hopes of still making, say, the ACC championship game feels a lot like Jaguar fan thinking he can still win the AFC South. Yeah, sure, I guess it's possible. So anyway, Noles on the road at SMU. That's an 8 o'clock kick. I believe it's the ACC network. All right, before we go to break, I'll come back with a football fix. I also, NBA Media Day came and went earlier this week, and I got a question for ET when it comes to his boys, I guess, now. This is who the question will involve. But before we do, I don't really even consider this a competitor. There's a radio station here in town, ET, known as WEJZ. It's kind of like a light 90s rock kind of station.
All
right. But they had a host over there for decades, man, for years and years and years, Arthur Crofton. And listen, if you're a longtime Jacksonville radio listener, and I understand and appreciate your loyalty and allegiance to us here in the morning through most of that, at times when you've clicked over for your music and a lighter side, it's basically impossible that you don't know who Arthur Crofton is with that British accent. And I'm almost positive I can remember talking about being an Alabama grad. But 72 years old, announced yesterday on that station's Facebook post that Arthur Crofton has passed away at the age of 72. So looking at the bio here, yeah, he was over there at 96.1 for over 30 years. Started his career with that station way back in August of 1990. So, prayers go out to his family. Been impactful in local radio for a lot of years. We've lost kind of a couple of godfathers of the radio industry this year with Uncle Dave, David Lamb, passing earlier in 2024. And now, a complete different genre. Not necessarily a competitor, but colleague for sure. And so at the age of 72, Arthur Crofton has passed away. All right, jump back into the football side of things. When we return, it's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
SMU will play its first ever Atlantic Coast Conference game against Florida State in Dallas on Saturday. The Mustangs 12-2 in their last 14 games. A 6-point favorite over the Seminoles, a total 48. UCF rallied from 21 down to edge TCU 35-34 on Saturday. They're a 14.5-point home favorite against Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes. 63 the total at FBC Stadium. Jacksonville Jaguars plus 6.5 at the Houston Texans Sunday at NRG Stadium, where the total is 45.5. Trevor Lawrence passing prop bet over under 229.5 yards. Bet smarter with Juice Reel. It's free in the App Store. Juice, R-E-E-L. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Duck Rooter provides plumbing, septic, and air conditioning services across the First Coast. We have the ability to travel straight to you when you need it most. We have our community covered. Duck Rooter technicians are your neighbors, friends, and family. We know you best. Understand what sets us apart from the rest. When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com.
Now at Hodges Mazda, get ready for an incredible offer and drive home the 2024 Mazda CX-5 with 0% APR for 36 months. Lauren Brooks here. The Mazda CX-5 combines sleek design, advanced technology, and a responsive drive, making it the ideal SUV for your everyday adventures. Discover the Hodges Mazda difference with our non-commissioned sales team who are always focused on your best interest first. Plus, you get 2 years of free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at hodgesmazda.com. See dealer for details, terms, and fees for qualified applicants. Expire September 30th, 2024.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Start your Saturday with a whiff of the great outdoors.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Loggeman, and we bring you the fresh air of the great outdoors.
On the Nimnit Outdoors Show, presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Lockhart Construction. That's a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane's dad started the company. Shane, his guys, all from here, taking care of people who live here, people like me. I needed a new bathroom. I called Shane Lockhart Construction. Fast, friendly, affordable, clean, in your house. They take care of it. We used them again, and then we used them again. And then I turned them on to all of my friends, and they've used them. My son, they did the outside of his house, resided it. Unbelievable. Looks like the best house on the street. Their family gives your family a better living experience. If you have a construction need, a thought, an idea, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
Have a group trip or company function soon? Mark Watson here with Hardball Creative. Get busy ordering the t-shirts and other swag you'll need. It's easy with Hardball.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
If you're looking for custom metalwork, look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Whether it's custom railing, shade structures, or custom entry gates, their expert team controls the turnkey process. From CAD design and raw metal to powder-coated finish and expert installation. When you choose Superior Fence and Rail for your custom metal project, you get a project that's, well, superior. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail today.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood's. You hear about guarantees and warranties. What is Underwood's policy?
Frank, to talk about guarantees and warranties, you have to look at our history of over 70 years in business. Underwood's entire reason for existence is and has been to offer fine products that will be used with such satisfaction that both the giver and the receiver will want to come back. And hopefully they'll tell their friends about us. To do this means we've got to try our hardest to satisfy every customer. All of our people understand that. Now, I'm sure over the years we've made a few mistakes, but we've never failed to make good on any Underwood product that was returned with a legitimate customer complaint. Our entire reputation would mean nothing if we didn't conduct ourselves that way. Simply put, conducting our business with integrity is a lot more important to Underwood's and our customers than all the guarantees, warranties, and contrived legal obligations in the world. And you've got Underwood's word, my word, and all of our people's word on that.
Underwood's in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
Christian Kirk was phenomenal for Jacksonville while in Buffalo. The teal and black wideout tallied 8 receptions for 79 yards on a season-high 10 targets. The former Aggie simply aggravated the defense all game long, and he'll look to do more of the same in next week's opponents. Christian Kirk is your Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game.
Universal Roof and Contracting has been protecting Florida homes from the elements for over 30 years. Call Universal Roof and Contracting today for a free roof inspection and get 15% off your roof repair or replacement. Plus, flexible financing options and payments as low as $115 a month. This offer expires September 30th. Call 855-ROOF-HELP.
Licensed number CCC 1330747, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey everyone, it's football season and we wanted to go to the drawing board to make this year's predictions. Let's compare our 2 blonde all-stars. Most touchdowns, best pricing in the market. Most passing yards, gives the most for your trade. Most receptions, free oil changes with every purchase. Super Bowl champion, wow customer service. This looks like a winning season for everyone. Come see Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville where you can score big all season long.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson, with a disappointing start, is looking at everything as he evaluates the team.
We look at everything. I look at everything, and I don't think you just go and you just make change to change. I don't think that's necessarily the thing you need to do.
As the Jags prepare to face Houston, the head coach knows the team is feeling a sense of urgency.
I mean, obviously our sense of urgency is heightened. Obviously, at 0-3. I mean, that's not where we want it to be, and now we're facing a really good Houston football team.
Quarterback Trevor Lawrence's play has come under scrutiny of late, and he's aware his play needs to step up.
I'm not happy with how I've played. I know that I have more to give, and I need to make more plays for this team, and your quarterback just has to play well to give you a shot to win every week.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
What's the old saying? Talk is cheap. Never felt more true than these days, huh? Welcome back here to the Thursday morning edition of the Drill. Custom Tree Search is Thursday. It doesn't look like it's much of a weather impact day at all. If and when that comes, it looks like it'll be briefly overnight. I looked at St. John's. We never get anything at any point the next forever. 25-mile-an-hour winds where I live, and maybe a 50% chance of rain at its heaviest. So we're going to skirt. It's going to skirt by us. Jacksonville's forecast a little bit wetter, a little bit. But we shall see. Caitlin Clark's rookie season came to an end. Man, it feels like it's just been nonstop Caitlin Clark for almost a year. Think about what these girls, we normally don't pay attention to. They play their season and then we forget about them. But because Caitlin had become so popular, it felt like she just played all those college games, Ian. We're watching her in the WNBA, right?
Right.
I mean, they just went right from one to the next. She took that Indiana team that hadn't made the playoffs since 2016. They finished over 500 after a slow start, went into the playoffs. They did lose their playoff series, and so that ends Caitlin's rookie year. They lose 2-0 to Connecticut, and this will conclude WNBA coverage for 2024. Unless you turn to ESPN, you can get everything you want there. Everything. I kid you not. Guess the minute. I watch SportsCenter. I tape it overnight. I'm guilty. Just catch some highlights and some headlines, right? And I have the in this case, pleasure of being able to fast forward through what I don't want or need to watch. Give me the runtime, E. Honestly, the show opens at 2 a.m. At what time? They lead with the WNBA in the playoffs. At what time did that initial WNBA coverage end? Right out of the gates. Typically at least stories of 3 or 4 minutes, maybe, right? At what point did they move on to their next story? Which in this case was, just this little series between the Yankees and the O's and the Dodgers and the Anyway, go ahead. What?
I'd say probably about a 7-minute package.
Yeah, that's long, man. That would be terrible. Now, 13 minutes. You had to watch SportsCenter for 13 minutes before you got anything other than the WNBA. Yeah. Okay. No, it's just flat out covering what you want to see, gang. Not trying to wag the dog at all. Why? All right. It feels, I don't like it. I wish Bronny had gone somewhere else. It's just bringing undue negativity for the cynics, and I would have to be a cynic here, and I'll sum it up like this, E.T. I'll ask you, does LeBron and Bronny and this inevitable taking the court together for the same time, to you, does it feel historic and special?
I mean, I'd like to see it just because I'm a LeBron fan.
But does it feel historic and earned and special? Does it feel like
I don't really
Ken
feel
Griffey
earned.
Jr., earning his way into baseball while his dad is still a starting caliber player?
It
feels contrived. And so the Lakers, one of the big bastions of the league, one of the big brands, and at their media day, cutely and coyly talking about how you're going to get them on the court together is blech. To me. At the end of the day, man, there's this, and it's unfair to Bronny. I feel bad because it may not exactly be the case, but it's what every single person thinks. He shouldn't even be in the WNBA right now, much less be making some sort of legacy, all-time history. He may ultimately be a WNBA player, an NBA player. Well, in today's day and age, who knows? Not that there's anything wrong with that. Do you think Bronny James is on the roster for the year, or is he in wherever they're?
Man, he definitely gonna be on the roster
all year playing.
A good bit.
Remember how bad his summer ball was?
Yeah,
got a little better at the end, right? He had a couple games where he flashed at the very end, but I mean, he started like 0 for 14 from 3 through the first whatever. It's rough. He's not a big guy. That's the biggest problem. If he was 6'5", he'd be all right. He'd have a little Dwayne Wade in him, I bet. But he's 6'1"? Is that what it is?
I mean, probably.
Yeah. I guess my point is this. I guess my beef is probably not with LeBron and Bronny. It is what it is. It's with the media telling me this is some sort of historic event that's happening. What? No, I feel like I paid the money to the charity and I get to run out and pick up the tee at midfield after the Jaguars kick off. Feels more like that than some great heroic athletic achievement, or maybe that's just me. Anybody having their needle moved at all by the President's Cup? President's Cup golf is Ryder Cup golf, only it's not. It's the U.S. against the rest of the world. Now, we'll say this. Outside of continental Europe, the rest of the world has gotten a lot better. This used to be a gimme for Team USA, but it's just fallen at the dead wrong time. I don't see how I'll be watching much of it. There's compelling matchups and great players, but it's also a little something called football this weekend. Gosh, here's hoping our Jaguars can get a win. With that, let's turn our attention to the NFL with a football fix through a lens of the National Football League. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin, not insurance, but assurance. Home, life, business, auto, storms, and otherwise. It's a volatile industry right now. Someone on your side guiding you to the best possible plan for you and your family. That's Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin, and you'll really appreciate her when you need her, as that's not always the case, as we've probably learned. Anyway, man, sometimes just the simple ability to read the room and how you answer questions would probably help. Although at the same time, I can understand if Deshaun Watson at this point just don't even care, right? I'm not going to measure. I'm going to tell you, I don't care if you think I'm this, that, or the other. I've lost to all y'all, and you think I'm this, that, or the other anyway. I could come in here carrying cupcakes every day and then serving the homeless shelters from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m., and y'all hate me. So yesterday, in a question about ways to get the offense going, he was asked if he wants more designed runs. Listen, that's an innocent question. If you're reading the room and then you're in good standing, you know how you answer that question. Deshaun's a pro. He's been around a long time. Some moke there with his glasses and his cell phone recording ask you, would you want more designed runs? This is how you could answer. You could answer it like this. Hey, man, I just want to win. So whatever's there, we're taking. Whatever works, it's work. I'll continue to trust the coaches, and we'll get this offense going. Right? That's kind of how you answer it. No. Deshaun answered it like this. I'm not a running back. It's not my specialty. They signed me to throw the ball, make decisions, not be a runner. Okay. I'm not going to ask them I'm not going in there to ask them for more design runs. If I don't have to run, I'm not going to run. I'm not trying to take any hits. I'm not a running quarterback. I can make things happen, but I'm not trying to run. Yeah, like I said, end of the world, no. But you keep everyone on your side. Maybe I'll earn some back. Maybe a little bit better way to answer that question. Josh Allen has no explaining to do. Anybody in their feelings over what he said after the Jaguars had their clocks cleaned by Buffalo, then just doesn't get it. But he made a comment and the reason he made the comment, it's obvious, unless you're trying to extrapolate. Everybody needs to eat. What was the quote? Did you see that quote from Josh Allen exactly? Everybody's eating, or everybody gets to eat.
Basically, he was saying something about like the guys weren't worried about their personal stats.
Yes, that's fair. That's fair. And it doesn't have to be I can see how it could serve as both, but I can also see how when it came out of his mouth, it's just like, hey, man, we got talent here. That's fair to those 10 that are left behind while it's all made about one guy, right? So I don't think it was a shot. I do think that he's fine with it. As fine as you can be with receivers that get ticked at you from what seems like from time to time. Continuing with the football fix, we got Thursday nighter tonight. Well, it's the Friday 5-pack, not the Thursday 5-pack, but man, why do I feel like Dallas fixing to put a big old number on the Giants? Why do I feel like, that fool's goal the Giants got in Cleveland's about to get tarnished like to the tune of 38-13 or something? Doesn't it feel that way, or no? Is that just me? Former Vikings quarterback Tommy Kramer. Remember him from the 80s, seemed like they, among the better passers, it felt like their passing offense with Tommy Kramer. They were throwing the ball more than at least normal. Anyway, he says he has dementia, now 69 years old, and the technology today's athlete plays with is still not enough to keep these guys from suffering serious head injuries. I mean, those guys back in the day, they wore that plastic gear you buy your kid at Christmas, man. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Hicken Arrival, more come your way next. Thanks to the Allstate agent Mandy Bowers and the home course, the Julington Creek Golf Club.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
And I think to myself,
are you?
This is 1010XL.
Oh, what a wonderful world.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Ever wonder how you can transform your living spaces into captivating works of art? At First Coast Lighting and Fans, they offer a huge selection of high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness. Visit their showroom on Phillips Highway at the Avenues and step into a world of quality without compromise. Discover the difference that locally owned expertise makes and let them help you experience the transformation from average to extraordinary. At First Coast Lighting and Fans.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here from Helmets and Heels. Are you looking for quality tires that won't break the bank? Big Chief has you covered. Right now they're offering 6-month financing with the CFNA card, plus $50 off your next service. With no interest for 6 months, it's the perfect time to get those new tires. Schedule your appointment today at BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to take advantage of this incredible deal. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Hey, gang, imagine having a doctor available to you any day or any time. Hicken here from my friend and doctor, Rick Townsend. I've been going to Doc T for, a couple decades. He decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of medicine that allows him to have a better relationship with his patients, and I sure am going with him. If you need an appointment, per se, and you're trying to get an appointment, you're not feeling well, usual doctor's office, we'll get you in December. Not with Doc T. If you're not feeling well, you get in right away. You got a medical emergency, here's Doc T's personal phone number. He'll get right back to you 7 days a week. It's kind of like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. And as far as physicians, I think Rick Townsend is the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. Doc T's been a fixture in our community forever. So if you need yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, you name it, Doc T has you covered. Find out how you can take away your health worries. MyPVConcierge.com.
Hey, it's Mike Dempsey, and you know how I feel about Pella Windows and Doors. Great design, strongest warranties, and the highest quality products. I even chose Pella Windows for my own home. And whether you're a homeowner replacing windows or building a new home or a trade professional working with clients, I know the design experts at Pella will help your project run smoothly and look great. Visit PellaJacks.com or the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway at Pella Windows and Doors.
Right now, they're on their way to ruin your day. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. And if you're not prepared, you will suffer. Yes, it's that time of the year. Heat and humidity are attacking North Florida. But help is at hand. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air Conditioning. Mike Merritt has a license to chill and lets you maintain your comfort zone at a bargain price. How? Mike Merritt stands ready to help, routine or emergencies. And Mike Merritt knows emergencies can happen at any time. So with Mike, there's never any overtime charges. And Mike's team works without commissions. Merritt will never try to sell you parts you don't need. You can't trust just anyone with a truck. Call Mike Merritt, the company North Florida has trusted for 35 years. Call today. License number CAC 050384.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by November 7th.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast orthopedic specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the A-Sun baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast orthopedic specialists for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast orthopedic specialists take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life.
Specialists.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Chad and Sandy Real Estate. University of Florida announced the campus will be closed on Thursday due to Hurricane Helene. Coach Napier said the university provides parameters in terms of how the team meets and practice. He went on to say the team would most likely be indoors and their process would stay the same depending on how severe the storms are. The Seminoles will be away facing SMU on Saturday. However, for head coach Mike Norvell, the potential impact of Hurricane Helene was on the Noles' agenda.
Talking about all week, like I said, we have our plans. If we need to adapt and adjust, obviously we will.
When Georgia meets Alabama, Dog head coach Kirby Smart doesn't expect much change with new Crimson Tide coach Kalen DeBoer.
I think the smartest thing he's done, he hadn't changed everything. Offensively, they have some similarities because they have the same quarterback.
That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:02 and it's 77 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You do it! Oh, yeah! Yes, sir!
It's a two-step song, Dan. Yeah. That two-step. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
You got a name for this artist, Dano?
Yes.
Who you got?
This is Chris Kraft.
Oh, come on.
No?
Oh, man. Lil Duval.
Lil Duval. Shout out.
Shout out.
Nice beat, Lil Duval.
You like that?
Is he singing it?
No, this is just an instrumental.
All right. I like it. Good job, Lil Duval. Oh, yeah. It's good to be here.
Yeah.
It's already Thursday this week. It's fast week. I guess it's Monday Night Football.
Funny you say that. It's been a slow week for me. I feel like a day. It feels like it should be Friday. Yesterday felt like it should be Thursday.
I wonder if it's because we had Monday Night Football. It kind of threw me off.
It knocked me for a loop and knocked me into the future.
The future's not bright.
Desolate place right now.
If that's the future, we in trouble.
I told E, here's what this team is now dealing with. It hasn't had to deal with this iteration of them, and that is this. There's this line that you cross as a fan where you go from being frustrated momentarily in what's happening, and then you get to a point that if just the thought of your team comes up, you're frustrated. That's kind of where we are. A lot of people now, if you just say, Jags, like they're still
We were having dinner with
mired
with some of our friends last night, and the guy always is hesitant to talk sports with me because he knows I talk sports all day.
I feel you.
So we're talking about other stuff, but
you Googans out there ought to think about that a little more.
But he be itching to talk sports?
He was itching.
Little PS. But there are those that say, I know you talk sports all the time, but oh, come on.
But I mean, we don't
You're
mind
in my
it.
wheelhouse,
We don't
right.
mind it because we love it
Correct.
anyway.
That's
so
100%.
It's really not.
I was kidding.
Yeah, you're not putting us out at all. We do enjoy talking.
Right.
I mean, we love talking sports. So anyway.
It's a sickness.
He's a Jacksonville guy through and through, man, and he's just so frustrated. He's
That's
beyond,
what I mean.
Beyond frustrated. He's like over it.
Yeah,
he's like over it.
That's it. That's it. You just described what I'm saying.
He's like.
There was a crisis point after that game Monday. There's more like that.
They're our age. Their kids are growing up. They're in colleges. And
Better things to do than put myself through this.
And he's been season ticket holders on and off.
They're easily retrievable. Win some games.
I know.
Winning cures all of these five sidebars we're dealing with.
How many times? He's not. He's a fishing guy. He likes sports, but he's not like us in sports, right?
Well, like it or leave it, we're stuck with it.
So he's like, this franchise, he's just so over it, from the stadium.
And that's the element I'm
talking
talking about.
And he's talking to one of his friends, and, his attitude was after the Cleveland game, well, that's $2,000 I'll never get back. $2,000 that this family spent to go to a Jags game. It's not cheap to support.
Well, and it's not your civic responsibility to like or support the Jags. You're a fan. It's entertainment. expect what you pay for. No
But
different than if you go see a blockbuster movie and it's a bomb.
I compare it a little bit to Buffalo. We're Buffalo South, man. We're blue collar, hard-working, Scrabble dudes and ladies who love football. And Buffalo.
Oh, I thought you were going to say love to drink.
And drink. And Buffalo fan base, Bills Mafia, we have that sect here. We have a great hardcore group of fans. But it's just, it gets to them because we don't have the successes that Buffalo has had. And Buffalo has never won a Super Bowl. But, man, they got Josh Allen in there, and that's what every fan wants. They want that guy, and then it turns to Trevor, and, why isn't he doing better? And it's just, I guess what I'm saying, it's not criticisms. It's I feel the fans' pain.
Well,
It's pain.
That's what I led with at 6.
Did you?
Yeah. That transition from you're as a fan, it's you sign up for your frustration, you're elated, thrill of victory, joy of defeat. So you can be frustrated during parts of Sunday or even into Monday, but by Wednesday, you're like, well, what am I wearing to the game or where are we watching the game? And now it's to that point of you just think of the Jags and you're frustrated.
It's like here we go again. Again.
The only thing is winning. And there are so many issues with this football team right now that win will
I
take
don't
them.
see that sunshine down the horizon this year. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not feeling this franchise more likely to go.
We're gonna find out about
10-7 or 7-10, Jeff.
Well, 7-10. They're already 0-3.
More likely to go 11-6 or 6-11.
6-11.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the 0-3 hole.
More likely to go 12-5 or 5-12.
I've never been more sure of anything. If they fall behind 10-0 to the Texans, they're about to lose again 34-17 or 34-21. They got to start fast and make some plays in that. And the defense is just already okay. Without those players, they're terrible. That was terrible.
And I feel bad in a way. They've created their own mess, okay? And I feel bad in a way, coaches and players having to face the media, obviously, because it's sense of urgency. That was last week. We did that story last week, the sense of urgency, and they didn't have it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
They didn't play like they had it. They might have thought they had it. They dang sure didn't have it. Did they?
It's like Buffalo, the better, more secure team, was more prepared to match the Jaguars' urgency than what the Jaguars' urgency actually was.
Yes.
Like they were more prepared and then so re-energized themselves to match. Listen, they're coming in here urgent. They've beaten us in the past. Yeah, we weren't in their head in a bad way. We tried to suggest that with Ed Oliver.
If you want me to look into the crystal ball and understand that I'm no good at this, but I will, I feel like we'll probably lose Sunday. I feel like we'll kind of right the ship over the next 3 because of the competition. And then we'll have this showdown with Green Bay, and I don't think it'll go well. That's kind of what I think.
The only thing that I would say is if in your world, they go for it and say they win 3 in a row, depending on how they win.
I don't know if they'll win 3 in a row.
If they do, that's the only thing worth a flip. It doesn't matter what they do against Green Bay if they don't. But I think if they do that, then perhaps they've changes fast, man.
It does.
You can go from being
it
very.
Does.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
And I still think, I don't think they're playing like it. Still think the overall talent is enough here. Coached right, play good. They win more than they lose.
Well,
but we'll see.
Without further ado, our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day.
Oh, we got a list.
Oh, yeah.
Paperwork.
Dreamfinders Homes is the official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Gators, and the Jags. They are in 15 locations in Jacksonville to choose from. So they're everywhere. 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99% year one. So go to dreamfindershomes.com. The Jags have 2 straight games coming up against AFC South in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So what? They're broken. Last gasp for Jags? 0-3 tells us they're done. Win both and get back in.
I'd say 2.
Last gasp for Jags.
Yeah. I'm not ready. I mean, it's 17-game season.
So what? They're broken. Last gasp for Jags. 0-3 tells us they're done. Win both and get back in.
Yeah, this is definitely the last gasp.
Okay. All right. You guys are in second place with 27. It's another solid question by yours truly because we have 4 double-digit points totals. 29.5% win both and get back in.
Good.
which is nice to see. 27.2 last gasp.
Okay, so that's better. That's more than half have not getting into that Jags mode.
Yeah. 0-3 tells us they're done. 24.1, 19.2. So what? They're broken.
0-3 is 2.5% chance. And that's the smartest answer if you go by history.
Yes.
No matter what they do this week, no matter who they are, you're 0-3. You've got to be historic to be a playoff team.
Yeah, and you don't sense
no
any type
at all.
of that
Again, the only hope is the old, well, it happens fast. They do have a coach who's won a Super Bowl, and they've had a quarterback who, for dadgum 8 games in 22, looked like he was top 5. Somebody's got to remember who they are.
Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate, 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. What they'll do is they'll help you, especially first-time homeowners and builders. They'll help you navigate. So go to dreamfindershomes.com. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. You'll be glad that you did. All right, so one other story, and then we'll head off, and we got the 10-minute drill and a lot of other things. But so the way I understand it, you tell me if I'm wrong, the Braves made the call yesterday.
No. What do you mean?
The
How do you
Braves
understand
could have
that?
played the game early, and they didn't want to.
Oh, early in the day?
Yes.
Oh, that I haven't seen.
Which
that. I don't know.
and I'm not saying this critically,
But it would
it
not.
wouldn't make sense to me because you should have
Right.
played it
Should
because
go
you would have had Sale.
Again, I don't believe that. If that's being reported.
It is.
Yeah.
They wanted this is what they
Okay.
this is what
okay.
they're saying.
I by the way,
Yeah.
whatever you're about to tell me, that's what I want. I have my own thoughts of it, and the bigger story here is the terrible break that it is for Atlanta. But nonetheless, finish what you say. What they're saying happened.
It definitely is it's not good for either team, but it's better for us than for you.
100%.
Yes, but
it was going to be either way. Here's the deal, though. Here's what I don't like about that argument.
Yeah.
There's not a 3 hours period that game could have been played yesterday. It poured down rain.
That's not what they're saying. In the daytime, they said they could have got it in.
You'd had to start at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, no, obviously they weren't
Yeah,
gonna
I
do
don't
that.
think I could be wrong. I'm just going by what I was looking on the computer because I tracked it all day, wondering if they would play.
And in fact, at 5:30, they were putting out lineups.
Okay, well there's this then. If Atlanta chose to turn it down, then it was under this. Say, yeah, we could go, but we also could not go, and then we further ruin. This is all. I'll sum it down and say it real quick. But the bottom line is this: this one rainout has cost the Braves 3 premier important starting spots for Chris Sale. 3 of them. It cost us one Wednesday against the Mets.
Yeah.
It cost us one Monday against the Mets. It cost us game 1 or 2 of the wild card. We've lost 3. He may not pitch, but one middle of the series game against the Royals the rest of the year.
Here's
terrible. This rain out.
I know. And here's what they're saying.
Okay. Who's we? Who's they? Who's reporting this?
I mean, I saw it.
Is it like the baseball writers or the social or the fan?
It wasn't the
sites.
fans. It wasn't the fans.
Okay.
They said they wanted the gate at night. They weren't willing to give that up.
Okay.
That's what they said. Which is their prerogative. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
to me. It was the Braves' call is all I'm saying. It wasn't the Mets' call.
No, I thought it's
Now-
I think it's Major League Baseball's call. That's what surprises me.
Now-
They've got the I don't think if Major League Baseball can say, man, we got the playoffs Monday, my butt, you're playing.
Here's what I was thinking. Dang, if they play this game and we get Sale, and then we get Sale on Monday, we get Sale twice.
Yeah. It's a terrible break.
In a 3-game series, we got to face Sale twice.
Right. That's
Lordy, we're in trouble.
But as it
so
stands,
the best thing for us was for the whole thing to be watched.
Yes.
It gives us 2 days
Yes.
for Lindor to rest.
Right.
Who's still
total
hurt.
win for you. It is.
Well, it's not a total win because either club, if they
between
make
in the two of the position of those two
us
teams,
versus you,
total
we
win.
win.
That's right.
But we still now we go to Milwaukee.
I get it.
We don't play. We've been playing good, and either of us might have to go. Listen to this: Sunday in Milwaukee, Monday in Atlanta
Doubleheader.
for 2, Tuesday in San Diego.
Could be San Diego.
Possibly.
Probably be Milwaukee.
Probably. But that's
But it could be San Diego. Could. It's also another weird dynamic with all this fight and tussling. You really want to be the last team in.
I know.
You don't want to go play at San Diego. You want to go play at Milwaukee.
Yeah, but you just want to get in.
Of course you do, but I'm just saying. Don't get me wrong. If I can Braves can win 5 and be
if the Snakes had lost last night, we would have been talking more about that. But they won, so
and I don't like. Yeah, we're tied in the loss, but they're not got 2 wins in hand that you got to get to catch them for us, not for
We
you. What
don't.
are you? You're dead tied with them.
No.
The same record? No, they have 1 less loss and 1 less
one
win.
more win, one
more loss. So you're ahead in the loss column.
So you can't sit. You can make $8 million. There's still, even though there's only 5 games left for us two, there's still so many different combinations because it depends on who we lose to. How,
if the game, I'm going to just make one amendment to what I said. Whatever the Braves want, I'm talking strictly from a baseball standpoint. If the game indeed was turned down for the gate,
right.
But I would say this: you could say that as the anchor point. The anchor point is this, dude. It's just like all of us make a decision. We get up, we look outside you're going to go play golf today, Dan.
Yeah.
You got a tee time. You've been looking forward to playing all week. You get up, it's raining. Mm-hmm. There's clouds overhead. You look at the forecast and it says 90% at 10, 99% at 11, 90% at 12. But there's a window here, it looks like. You know, you're like, okay, do I want to go out and play 5 holes and get washed away?
This is where MLB blew it. MLB
it's their call.
Should have had the. We all knew it was coming.
Yeah, I told you all this yesterday.
Well, we both had a day off Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, play it then.
We got there Sunday.
Yeah.
Play Monday.
When I heard.
Then play Tuesday, and then you're done.
But here, okay, when I heard the Braves could have played it earlier, that's what I thought people were referring to. Because I did it. And I've got the answer on that. Hell no, I'm not playing Monday. You know why?
Pitching.
Freed.
Yeah.
We get to pitch Freed, and we couldn't have pitched Freed if we played Monday, Tuesday.
It's unfortunate. Yeah. It is.
And now we get no sale, so and no Freed. Basically, you're gonna the only thing that's lingering out there, and it's still got an asterisk, could be his first time back in a while. Is Lopez could come back Monday, so we could have him for one of those games. But the other, Bryce Schwellenbach, I guess, and that's on 1 day shorter rest than normal. We're screwed. And if you're the Braves, by the way, because I hear people say, "Well, should you save Sale for Monday?" No, you pitch him Friday and then hope you
have to pitch.
You pitch your best guys to stay alive,
yeah,
right?
You have to win.
It's do or die.
All right, we're just warming up. We got a big day today, so we'll do a lot here on a Thursday edition of The Drill.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
All right, well, listen, you've all seen the numbers, and the numbers aren't good. Trevor's completing a career-low 52.8, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Passer rating ranks 26th out of 31 qualified quarterbacks. If you keep diving deeper, the numbers aren't good. In fact, Trevor really struggling on some intermediate throws, 10 to 19 yards. He's regressing. That's not good. Why is all this happening? It's a combination of things, gang. But it's up to the coaching staff and the football team to help this young man fix his problems and get better. It doesn't seem like that's happening right now. And if it doesn't happen, this whole thing will blow up in a disaster. And that's your Duval Minutes, brought to you by Lift Power. Summer's here, and, well, it's ending, but the job market is hot, hot, hot. Lift Power is looking for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians. Benefits, 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Man, why would you pass this up? Come see why Lift Power is one of the best places to work for the past several years and been voted that way. A rapidly growing business, another positive, proudly served Jacksonville for more than 50 years. Another positive, we want you to be part of the family. Yeah, they're family-owned and operated. Do not let this opportunity slip by. Learn all that you need to learn by visiting simply liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
At Garber Auto Mall, we can wiggle it. Best price, we can wiggle it. Best trade value, we can wiggle it. Best payment, we can wiggle it. Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, with 8 American brands, we can wiggle it. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or online at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Lickety Split AC Plumbing and Electric is now hiring. If you have a 5-star mentality to provide world-class custom plumbing or electrical solutions, you should work with Lickety Split. Their team is incredibly supportive, positive, and dedicated to being the best. If you have a valid driver's license with at least 18 months of experience, apply at Lickety Split, an equal opportunity employer offering competitive pay, a service truck, and a $5,000 sign-on bonus. Hiring management positions too. Visit licketysplitfl.com.
Joe C. for Hard Rock Bet. It's the sports book for every kind of player. Straightforward, simple enough for the first-time bettor, but built with all the features experienced players expect. Plus, try it now. If your first bet doesn't hit, you'll get a bonus bet back up to $100. Easy deposits and fast withdrawals. PayPal, Venmo, and more. All you have to do to get started is download the Hard Rock Bet app. Go online, hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Join Jim Furyk and other legends of the PGA Tour for the 4th annual Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, October 4th through 6th at Timuquana Country Club. Get your tickets now, starting at just $25 for grounds passes. Public parking is free, and our military get complimentary tournament access courtesy of ViStar Credit Union. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster, October 4th through 6th at Timuquana Country Club. The 4th annual Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K.
Get more Gators with Dan Hicken and me, Frank Frangie, on all things Gators on 1010XL Gators podcast, with new episodes every Monday, brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, wherever you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
When it comes to towing products, your safety on the road is the priority at Cannons of Jacksonville. Whether it's a heavy-duty tow hitch, trailer frame, wiring, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons has decades of experience to ensure your towing setup is installed with precision and reliability. Visit cannonsofjacks.com to explore a range of products and schedule your installation. Cannons of Jacksonville, your trusted partner for a smoother tow.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Need to enhance your home's curb appeal? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Replacing with new stone pavers will transform your driveway into a stunning work of art. Say goodbye to unsightly concrete and hello to beautiful, durable pavers that last for years. Visit Stonecore today and let's beautify your home together. Stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Liquid Sunshine, a car wash committed to superior customer service. Like including bug prep done for you every time. Experience the difference starting at just $10 at Liquid Sunshine Car Wash on Southside near Hogan Road.
Now that's what I call high quality H2O. If you want high quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
1 second left. Hackers are down by 6 at the goal line. Your defense is the only thing stopping them from scoring. Is your team prepared? Double Check Cybersecurity has your back. With an AI-powered defense, start your 14-day trial at doublecheck.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Hey! All right, we got sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack that our man E refers to as Razzle Dazzle. E, what are you dazzling them with this morning?
I got a certificate for somebody to get them a nice delivery from Kuhn Flowers, but I also got a pair of tickets to the Constellation Furyk and Friends.
Nice.
All you got to do is holler at your boy 904-641-1010.
I saw something you'd be interested in. It's too bad you're hobbling. I don't know if you're getting something, but I know you're getting into the golf. I know you watch some of the YouTube golf. Don't you know who the good is?
Good. They're going to be at Furyk and Friends.
They are. They're going to be at Furyk and Friends.
Oh,
in fact,
I'm going.
They're putting them in a foursome.
Yeah.
Like in the middle round, they're going to let them play like a foursome within the group. And you know what that is, by the way?
No.
Freaking genius is what that is. Bunch of senior golfers, Champions Tour golfers. Throw these 4 guys who get more audience in one of their videos than you'll get in 4 weeks of TV coverage and spread the game, grow the game. So, interesting. That's an interesting addition to the Furyk and Friends field.
Here in the 10-minute drill, there are 2 concepts and rationalizations in sports that are bothering me, annoying me, rubbing me the wrong way. I'm going to say both of them.
Chafing you.
Yes, chafing. Oh, there's nothing like, you got to get that aquifer.
Pittsburgh Pirates are chafing me.
Why?
Oh, they DFA'd Rowdy Tellez, which I don't care about, except for that he was 4 plate appearances away from a little $200,000 bonus. That's weak.
That is weak.
That's weak.
In fact, you ought to have that. You ought to be.
If I was a free agent,
arbitration for something like that.
Yeah, that ain't cool, man.
No, that's if you're playing.
You can sit. Listen, just give me my 4 plate appearance. I got 421. I need 425.
Yeah, not
it's not like 30 and 35.
Yeah, I would sue. I would. Cool. That's bull. That's bull. And if he's played enough to be 421, that's so obvious what they're doing there. What a Bush league. I'm never playing for the Pirates unless I'm contractually obligated. That's terrible. Doc Murphy's got some tough questions to answer coming up.
He does. Doc's like, Clemente's a great player. What are you talking about?
I love Willie Stargell.
You guys get off Richie Hebner. But anyway, so that's my one. And then my other sports concept, the rest of it, that's chafing me.
Uh-huh.
If I was a
Laker, Vaseline. You got the Vas.
Aquifer. If I was a Laker fan,
okay,
and I have media day, and I'm a Laker fan. A Lakers, a proud, storied NBA title-winning group.
Mm-hmm.
And the story coming out is, what kind of fun are we going to have when Bron and Bronny play together?
Yeah, it doesn't sit
I'd be like, what are we doing?
Yeah, Red Auerbach wouldn't be a fan.
Heck no!
Yeah.
We're the Lakers,
Listen,
man.
I get it. You're Showtime. I get it that this is a story. I told E that it doesn't. What should feel like a historical special story just feels contrived.
It's contrived.
It feels like if LeBron James Jr. weren't LeBron James Jr., you have no chance in hell of playing in the NBA this year.
Maybe they did talk about all that. Maybe that's what they chose to write about, but that's not what I want to hear about. I want to hear about
how we're going to win.
Well, and then when I look further, I see that they're the same team as last year. They're not going to win anything.
I will say they flashed up that starting 5, man.
Yeah.
You got Rui Ichimara, part of your,
They're counting on Reeves and Uchimara
and Reeves and still
improving.
D'Lo still.
And by the way,
still got D'Lo running that point.
At some point, LBJ is not going to be LBJ.
Yeah, that point hasn't come yet, man. No. He has a anatomical, biological, I don't know, fiend.
But anyway, so good luck, Laker fan. Enjoy your season and look forward to that November matchup with the Grizzlies when LeBron throws the alley-oop to Bronny. And
that ain't happening.
We stop the moment.
Hey, if they're
put
smart,
him courtside in the middle, take pictures.
Bring him a throne. Ooh. Take the throne off of LeBron and put it on Bronny.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
We got a lot of things planned.
That's what
for
it feels
night.
like. It almost does. It feels almost like old school Regal. Like,
that's your guy. E.
Bron's the king, and whether you like it or not, this is your new teenage leader. Put that crown on him.
Anyway, those are the two.
Boy King.
Yes. Oh, easy.
I got you.
Those are the two things that are.
I've got today's new feature I'm starting right now. The
wonderful.
The pressure cooker personality of the week.
Pressure cooker.
It can be anyone in sports. Listen, this is low key pressure because it's fair. Maybe it's more measure than pressure.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What a big, hopefully legacy, but what a big early career at Alabama game it is for Kalen DeBoer.
I know.
Hosting the big bad dogs who have dominated the conference, but you know who they haven't dominated ever? Bama. And Nick Saban has drawn up a lot of winning game plans against his former assistants, and Kirby has had some success, certainly, but it's still, what is Georgia against Bama? Aren't they like 1 and something in their last 7 or 8 or no? How many times has Georgia actually beaten Bama?
Oh, head-to-head? Recently?
Yeah. I mean, on the last 10.
Hasn't been good.
They're like 3 and 7, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's been years where, just last year, Alabama knocked the best team in college football out of the playoff.
Right.
With that SEC championship game win. Georgia's not lost regular season football since 2020. It's an amazing run. But my point is this.
8 of 9.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought. I didn't want to outspeak. 1 and 8 in their last 9. That's what Nick Saban has done. So even if Saban isn't winning, you still, as the Bama fan, feel like you are still equal or above Georgia. That changes if Kirby goes in there and throws them around a little bit. Now, I don't think that's going to happen, but this is a big one for DeBoer. Like, DeBoer beats Georgia here, and look out. They've got a replacement who looks like he's right in line.
It's so funny, man, and this is the whole winning and losing thing. I mean, first off, if you're a Georgia fan and you lose this game, what are you going to say? You haven't lost a game since 2020 in the regular season, man.
You're going to be frustrated.
And you're going to be mad.
Of course you are.
And if you're Alabama and you lose this game,
right.
He ain't Nick, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, just like
They're
that.
going to be sitting around after
Sure.
the game by the RV.
That's sportsdom
Bubba,
today.
Bubba and Henry are going to be looking. I'm going to be looking. I'm going to say, Henry, I'm going to tell you this.
I'm going to tell you right now.
He ain't Nick.
Hey.
He ain't Nick.
Well, listen, that's happening here. Part of that is this instant reaction. It happens here. There's a Jag fan turning after an overthrow. It ain't Trevor. I'm just telling you this. I don't know who it is, but it ain't Trevor.
Yeah.
Right? That's part of being a sports fan.
Yeah. If they win,
probably the social media
Bubba
aspect
and Henry
of it.
say, Bubba, I'm going to go make some room right next to that statement statue for Kalen.
We haven't missed a beat. Some things don't change. Still beat Georgia.
One thing's never going to change, Bubba. We still Bama.
I'll give you
Roll Tide.
I'll give you the perfect or a similar analogy.
Oh, how I long for those days.
I'll give you a similar analogy to Deborah loses. Oh, he sucks. We got to get rid of him. He'll never work.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the current angst and perhaps validly around the way Trevor's playing is it's heightened by this money he just got. It's hard to say, we paid this guy all this money and this way he's doing.
100%.
So that's a part of it. So to that end,
yeah,
in context, it's hard to think this way.
Yeah.
We're game 3 into a 105 game contract.
Oh, yeah.
So that has both positive and negative implication. I'm just saying, maybe let it breathe here before we strangle and suffocate ourselves out.
I guess the problem
3
is,
of 105 for
Yeah.
this money, which,
But-
by the way, this money will never be a hindrance to them. This is going to be middle of the pack quarterback money before this contract is over. So they may have made a mistake engaging the talent, but this isn't some catastrophic cap situation because of what they paid him.
But it's been so bad, those first 3.
Well, they're 0-3.
So bad. Yeah.
Sure, they're 0-3.
And the numbers. I mean,
I get it, man. This is an easy take to say Trevor's not playing good. So it's like
Right.
the easiest take in the world is Trevor sucks, but I'm not getting rid of him. Well, okay, you're always right. Right? I mean, not encouraging you or anyone to say, let's get rid of him, but I'm just saying, obviously he's not playing good. They're not playing good.
Yeah, that's
But when it comes to a Trevor take, I mean, the easiest take to have in the world is, he sucks now. I'm not saying get rid of him.
Yeah.
He's trash. I'm not saying don't keep him, but, well, no bleep, right? No kidding. That's an easy one. You're never wrong.
By the way, in the 9 games that Alabama's beaten them 8 times against that vaunted.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
8 times they were quarterbacked by Trevor.
Yes.
1 and 8 in the last 9. So
41, 32, 38, 26,
Yeah.
35, 41,
Ooh.
41, 18, and 27
Wow.
points. The game they
Wow.
lost, they scored 18.
And Georgia's been the best defense in the
defense
country,
is
probably. Or
butt-kicking.
Bama. Or
Yeah,
Bama.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a great game. I'm disappointed that the Noles don't have a nooner.
Well, they play same
Yeah,
time.
they play at 8. They play SMU, and I just think that's kind of an interesting game to check in on. I've listened. Believing in the Noles right now is like believing in the Gators or the Jags. You can, but it's probably not advised.
It'll be, that's a fun one, man. Anyway.
Thursday night or tonight. The league has been so up and down. This is pressure on Dallas, though.
Yeah.
They have not come out of the gates good at all. What are they, 1 and 2?
They look good. They looked okay the first week, and then, they need, I think they'll win.
Yeah, I do too. I definitely do, but I'm kind of thinking in terms of that point spread.
If they lost,
that's what I mean.
Then we got something.
That would be the bigger story.
Yeah, you don't want to blow this one.
Why aren't the Bengals a bigger story? I feel like it's a story. I don't feel like we're hearing much about. I mean, isn't the expectation the Bengals with Joe Burrow are a top 2 team in the AFC almost every year? They're 0-3, and in that same statistical.
They got some injuries, too.
Submarine that the Jags are in.
They got some injuries.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's take a break. 641-1010. Doc Murphy on deck here. Tell them what they're going to win as we head to break.
A floral arrangement delivery from Kuhn Flowers.
Heck yeah!
Plus a pair of tickets to the Constellation Furyk and Friends.
Oh, yeah.
Golf tournament. That's happening Saturday and Sunday, October 5th and October 6th. All you got to do is holler at your boy. 941-641-1010.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nuggets. The Jags have a lot of problems, but I think the main one is the line of scrimmage. I think they're having a tough time getting to quarterbacks. I think they're having a tough time stuffing the run. I think they're having a tough time opening up holes for their running backs, and I don't think they're protecting Trevor Lawrence very well. There's a lot of things that have to get fixed, but numero uno for me, somehow, some way, they've got to be better at the line of scrimmage. That's the key to turning this around. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. Frank Frangie here. It's time for Bravo Days, Jacksonville's only Car Bravo certified sales event at Nimnik Buick GMC. Now, for a limited time, enjoy rates as low as 1.9% APR or $500 in down payment assistance on Car Bravo certified vehicles at Nimnik. Now is the time to shop certified used vehicles and buy with confidence at Nimnik Buick GMC. Shop online at nimnikbuickgmc.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
What is it? Hey, Hicken here for America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with more than 5 million active members. Prize Picks. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. And right now throughout September, you got one win right in your bag. One Caleb Williams passing yard gets you one win on Prize Picks. And when my pick hits, which they usually do, I get my money in as quick as 15 minutes because Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Make Sunday fun day like I do by playing Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code JAX, that's JAX, get $50 instantly when you play 5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game.
Right now, they're on their way to ruin your day. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. And if you're not prepared, you will suffer. Yes, it's that time of the year. Heat and humidity are attacking North Florida. But help is at hand. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air Conditioning. Mike Merritt has a license to chill and lets you maintain your comfort zone at a bargain price. How? Mike Merritt stands ready to help, routine or emergencies. And Mike Merritt knows emergencies can happen at any time. So with Mike, there's never any overtime charges. And Mike's team works without commissions. Merritt will never try to sell you parts you don't need. You can't trust just anyone with a truck. Call Mike Merritt, the company North Florida has trusted for 35 years. Call today. License number CAC 050384.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser start the week by giving the ball to the best back in Duval. And off, Fred Taylor. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein & Robbins DUI defense firm and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by November 7th.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Hey, football fans, looking for the ultimate game day experience? Best Bet St. Augustine has you covered. We're talking big plays on the big screens, food specials that'll make your taste buds cheer, and drink deals that'll keep your spirits high. And get this, we're open till 4 a.m., serving food and drinks until 2. Make the smart play. Head to Best Bet St. Augustine and ante up for your team. Find us at bestbetjax.com. That's bestbetjax.com. Best Bet St. Augustine, where every game day is a win.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the the Conch House. Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
You know him, you love him. Dr. Kevin Murphy, se-ortho.com, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Nobody better than the good doctor who joins us now. Doc, how are you, sir?
Good.
On Bravo, the Army team. They're playing good football there,
looking
Chief.
good.
Yeah.
I've ridden them a couple times in the 5-pack.
Very good. Congratulations on that. Foye Oluokun, according to reports, will be out for several weeks. Suffered a foot injury. Peterson said week to week. That's what they do. I'm more believing several weeks, just like Evan Ingram was going to be out for one game, and we haven't seen him, and he didn't practice yesterday, and he ain't going to play this week because he's got a hammy. So, and Tyson Campbell's gone. He's disappeared. He's got a hammy. But let's talk about Foye Oluokun. It's plantar fasciitis, but you said in the break, too, and I think this makes sense because all of a sudden he's down with an injury. So it's more likely maybe he was dealing with it, but something maybe tore.
Yeah, fasciitis is an inflammation. It's kind of a more chronic thing. A lot of people have had that.
It hurts.
Yeah, it hurts when you put your foot down in the morning because you didn't stretch it through the night, blah, blah, blah. It hurts. But he had an acute injury, so it's not a fasciitis. It may be a plantar fascia tear.
Mm-hmm.
Which is worse,
yeah,
right?
that's worse.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of recovery time are we talking?
They're weeks, right?
Yeah, that's a good 3-weeker, maybe longer.
Yeah.
And then he's probably going to have some kind of an arch support in his shoe, and it may slow him down a step.
What is so my guy on the Mets has a back injury. He got a facet shot in his back. That's like steroids. What is it? Facet shot.
Facet.
Facet. Sorry, people. Facet.
It's it's on the periphery where the nerve actually exits. So you got the spinal cord, and then the nerves come off the spinal cord and exit between the vertebral bodies, and that little area where it exits is the facet.
Okay.
And you can get arthritis there, narrowing, or just bulging of tissue there. The shot is designed to shrink the inflamed tissues around it.
Okay.
If it's a bone problem where the bone is encroaching on it, then those are the ones where you end up getting the microdiscectomy to widen that out.
You can make it worse by playing, though, yes or no?
You can make it more inflamed and painful, but ultimately it's not going to change a whole lot.
Is it? So you said there's a possibility this could be something that could carry on, even after.
Oh, yeah. This could be something that ends up needing surgery to take the pressure off the nerve.
All right. So because he was going to be out 3 days, and it's been 8, and, and this guy plays all the time. I mean, he loves to. This guy.
Which one is it?
Lindor. He plays. If he can't play, he won't. Something's
hopefully
wrong.
It's just an inflammation of the soft tissues, and the shot will shrink that down and make it go away.
Okay.
If you are suffering from a hamstring injury you're trying to come back from, and it's Wednesday of game week, and you DNP'd still at that point, you don't How what is the first sign of legitimacy when it comes to maybe an official injury report when it comes to Evan Ingram? Like, what do you need to see?
You need to see him sprinting on the field.
Yeah.
Right before game time.
It's exactly as predicted. Week to week means in 3 weeks we'll be saying week to week, and this obviously is a significant hamstring injury. It'll now be 3 weeks, right? No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks this Sunday.
He's undoubtedly had an MRI, and they know what grade it is and have a better idea. If you have a complete tear in the muscle belly, that's kind of a 4 to 6 week deal. If it's a grade 2 or it's a partial tear, that might be a 3-4 week deal. But it's 3 weeks minimum.
It's obviously that's another reason this offense isn't humming. And remember how good here's what's also weird, Hick. It's obviously it points to the vanilla-ness, I guess, of the preseason. But remember the story of the preseason was just how efficient and doggone good on offense we were. We were humming, man, up and down the field. We
gotta learn our lesson.
What a disappointment. I don't need to go into these, but I'm just going to tell folks the Texans are ripe for the picking if you're any good. They're banged up, man. They're going to have no Joe Mixon again. He missed practice yesterday, so it'll be Cam Akers, the third-string running back, because Damian Pierce, also hamstring. He did not practice yesterday. Our old buddy Foley Fatukasi, he landed with the Texans.
We need him to play.
He's right, exactly. He's a DNP. But Tank Dell, chest injury, did not practice. One of their receivers they count on, but they got a bushel load of those as well. So that's just the injury situation midweek here with what should have been a big game going to Houston. Now it's we'll see game.
I guess talking about Tua, so he went all the way out to Seattle. So I guess in that respect, he's doing much, much better. They said he went to like Disney the day after or whatever with his, so is it just it's another concussion though, but he's cleared to, he's on injured reserve, so he's going to miss at least 4 games, but I would suspect he will be back this year.
Yeah, it sounds
kind of
like
what
it,
I'm
but,
feeling.
just look at the sequence as we talked about.
Right.
Why with this one is now all of a sudden, you're out for 4 weeks.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because why? Because it's the third number or fourth number you've had? That doesn't make sense. If he cleared, right? So obviously, if he's made it through the protocol, he's out running around, he cleared the protocol, so he's not having symptoms. I think the bigger issue is the sequence of events when you look at it, that posturing and the rapidity from one to the first to the second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned he has some brain damage, and hopefully they've scanned his brain, and that doesn't always show it, but I'm hopefully they've gone through all that and all these tests that you can do to test his motor function and so forth. He must have passed all that, and if he does, somebody's going to clear him. I just think he's putting himself at risk for problems down the road.
I got an injury, Doc, on my leg. It's my calf or my Achilles, and I'm not playing, so I show up in Germany. Why am I going to Germany?
It seems so sketchy or Eastern European bloc back in the days.
What am I going to
McCaffrey
Germany
did
for?
that. Yeah, what is the
You're
purpose?
going to Germany for some PRP/stem cell.
Yeah, but you got that here now.
We do, but
Are they the pine? Is there like a certain is there one over there known for that, like worldwide? Why it's sketch to go to Germany for a medical procedure if you're an NFL player? It's super sketchy, and I believe they're doing something untoward or against the rules to do it. That's what
it implies that they're doing something that's not approved through the FDA here.
Okay.
Which may not necessarily be against the rules of the NFL.
They may
Correct. It may not be.
Yeah. Well, that's prerogative. That's more prerogative than rule.
Yeah, there's a lot more rules here than there are.
Plenty of
other
FD.
places.
There's plenty of people in the audience that are following non-FDA ways to feel better or to do things.
Do they maybe use
that aren't irresponsible? We're not advocating that in any regard.
Do they maybe use goat's blood instead of regular blood or something? Vampire blood.
I haven't been to Germany, but I don't know about.
This guy's throwing werewolves and stuff into the equation.
It's Achilles tendonitis. What is that versus a torn Achilles?
So Achilles tendonitis, again, itis is inflammation, so he's got an inflammation of Achilles. But if you're going through all that,
we're talking weeks we're missing here.
Yeah, so they're trying to expedite the healing in some way, and a PRP injection is a very reasonable thing to do. They may have some different blend that they mix these things that aren't approved here in the United States to do.
It's hard to escape like the inevitability of an Achilles injury coming when you're battling that.
Is it going to change anything? Probably not.
Yeah.
It's going to take time to heal that. To your point, you're at risk of that turning into a bad tendon chronically that is risk for rupture and those things. So you do want to get it better without all these aggressive things. So just so the audience, cortisone is injected in a lot of things.
Right.
Inject cortisone into your tendon, it's a higher risk to rupture, so you can't do that. So PRP is reasonable as an injection to try and get it to heal as opposed to just get rid of the inflammation.
You're telling me over there in Germany they make up some sort of crazy concoction.
It's very possible.
All right. Does it include like eye of newt or no? All right. I will say this about Florida. University of Florida. They have been successful in one regard, maybe better than other situations I can remember. They're the kings of the minor knee surgery. I mean, they gave Montrell Johnson minor knee surgery like 2.5 weeks before the opener, said he'd be back, and he hadn't played great, but he's played. He's been on the field, and so the team's only good explosive offensive player is Eugene Wilson the third, Trey Wilson. And he had a minor knee procedure a week and a half ago. These are meniscus fixes that they're just toughing it out and coming back quickly from?
Yeah, that's a trimming the meniscus, maybe smoothing a little wear and tear. But they didn't repair the meniscus, didn't stitch it. That takes longer to heal. So it's a trimming of something, which, again, you put a tourniquet on somebody's leg and squeeze it for 20 minutes to do a knee scope. It certainly can shut down the muscle. You have some pain and swelling. If you go back too soon, the knee swells and it just takes longer to get better. So he's probably dealing with that and just pushing through it.
Anything else, Doc?
We're good.
Bumps and Bruises Clinic's always there for the high school kids. If you get beat up on a Friday night or you wake up with something, knee injury or knee hurting or elbow hurting or shoulder hurting, go see the guys at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Go to se-ortho.com for all the different locations that they have on Saturday morning, which will get you a jump on getting it rehabbed or finding out what it is or, things like that. It's very, very good thing, and I know my son used it when he was in high school, so we appreciate that and always appreciate you, Doc.
Thank you, boys.
JackSportsDoc.com. Doc Evan Murphy. All right, the Riley Report is taking a week off. Riley's on assignment. Actually, he's in the air right now on a flight, but we will talk college football next segment, kind of set up the weekend as it sits with some of the big games out there. Update show on Florida, Florida State, Miami, maybe some weather issues with the storm coming as well. It has already affected FSU's football weekend. We'll tell you how. All that and more when we return. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
He's the life of the party.
Let's all get down, get funky.
Joe C.
I do voices.
Join the radio party.
Play that funky music, white boy.
2 to 4.
Let's play this backwards and see if it gets any better.
On 1010XL.
Now
you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Hey, Hicken here for Bowden Eye Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations after being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world. Dr. Frank Bowden frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area, and the founder of Bowden Eye. Visit Bowden Eye and Associates today and experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bowden Eye and Associates.
Hey, there's a lab-grown diamond and jewelry sales event going on right now at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Monahan's is known for its natural diamonds and gemstones, but we've had so much demand for lab-grown diamonds that now through the end of September, Monahan Jewelers is having a lab-grown diamond and jewelry sales event. We've brought in a huge selection of lab-grown diamonds and jewelry to meet this incredible demand. Lab-grown diamond sales event now through the end of September at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Stuck on what to do with a plumbing issue? Just call the Duck. Duck Rooter are experts at plumbing and are a 5-star Google-rated company. You name it, they do it. Water heater replacements to sewer drain cleaning, leaks to repipes. Fully licensed and insured with highly trained technicians. Trust the Duck to fix it right. Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
When my wrist pain was acting up and I needed help, I took Dan Hicken's advice and headed over to see the experts at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. This is Stuart Moore with the PGA Tour. I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whenever you have a need, they took great care of me. They'll take great care of you.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. Next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey everyone, it's football season and we wanted to go to the drawing board to make this year's predictions. Let's compare our two blonde all-stars. Most touchdowns, best pricing in the market. Most passing yards, gives the most for your trade. Most receptions, free oil changes with every purchase. Super Bowl champion, wow customer service. This looks like a winning season for everyone. Come see Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville where you can score big all season long.
It only takes a drop of water to cause someone to slip and fall, but it takes a lot more to prove that your injuries were the result of negligence. The store said the floor was dry. Our investigators learned that on the day of the accident, it had been raining.
So the next time it rained, we went back. And guess what? Rainwater was dripping from the ceiling exactly where our client was injured. When you're in for the fight of your life, investigators with 30 years of experience is a good thing. Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Hidden Hills Golf Club invites you to bring your friends out and enjoy our spectacular golf course, which is carved out of some of the highest elevations in North Florida. Hidden Hills Golf Club, unlike any other. Check us out, hiddenhillsgc.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Kuhn Flowers. FSU head coach Mike Norvell doesn't want the team focusing on the win-loss record. Rather, he says enjoying the process will make the difference.
Enjoying the work, enjoying the grind, enjoying the competition of it. I mean, there's good plays and bad plays.
FSU alum Deion Sanders returns to Florida when his Colorado Buffaloes square off against the undefeated University of Central Florida Knights. The UCF program impresses Coach Prime.
He's with a bunch of Florida boys, which is my home state, which I absolutely adore, and it's going to be a great game. I look forward to the contest.
The win over Mississippi State resulted in the Orange and Blue seeing improvements in most of the rankings and ratings, including CBS Sports Weekly Re-Rank. Florida saw a 3-spot rise to number 78 out of 134 FBS teams. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 7:59 and it's 77 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Welcome back. Cool guy of the night, grounds crew member of the Oakland A's, got a shovel and started scooping up the dirt and giving it to fans. They brought like these plastic bottles, trying to get a little dirt from the Oakland Coliseum as they play their final weekend there.
Not exactly a rich history that you're taking home there.
It's a great history, man. They won 3 straight World Championships in the 70s.
Back when the Coliseum was
that
a beautiful
hellhole.
Well, it wasn't then. It was a beautiful big Coliseum.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how they built them back in the day. These big, round, multi-purpose stadiums.
I love the Oakland Coliseum. It's a shame. It's I saw our friend. You remember? His name was Larry Beal on ESPN.
Sure.
Larry Beal,
Hawaii guy.
Larry Beal's working out in like
Oakland, San Francisco TV sports guy out there. He
Former
went,
ESPN anchor.
Yeah, he went off on John Fisher, man. He's
Is that the owner?
Yeah, he goes, he's reading his statement, and he goes, all right, let's unpack this thing. John Fisher says, I wish I could talk to each and every one of you. John, we've been asking you for an interview for 3 years. You know, I mean, just ripped the guy. It was great.
Was he on TV or radio?
He's a TV guy.
Okay.
And but it was good. But anyway, yeah, because they're supposed to go to where? Sacto? Is that where they're playing? It's a minor league stadium
for a year.
next year.
Yeah, why would
a
you
year?
just-
3 years. They don't even have a. They
may
have
not
an
go for
agreement
sure.
with Vegas yet.
Well, that's just wow.
It's a disaster. That Major League
Is
Baseball
that a
again.
depressed area that really shouldn't have pro sports at this point?
Where?
Oakland.
No,
it's
Yeah,
fine.
I was just there. It's fine.
Yeah.
The stadium's still.
If they fixed it.
Yeah.
But you don't fix anymore. You build a nice new state of the art. They
Well,
just
you
won't
do,
do
and
that.
Well,
why wouldn't it behoove Oakland
said-
to have it? Especially now that the Niners are so far away.
the owner's a liar. And the owner said, well, we've tried at 5 different locations, and they did. And Larry Beal did say, look, the Oakland government's not the easiest to work with. I'll grant you that. However, they never even got close, apparently. So it's 100% on the owner, man. 100%. And he said your family had a rich legacy here that you've totally destroyed and blah, blah, blah. The bottom line is, he's chasing. But this guy's agreed to move to Vegas without a stadium deal yet. Very odd.
And that story has been so misreported.
Yeah.
It seemed at the beginning that that was not an issue. They had their home in Vegas. It was just extricating themselves from.
No, it's not. There's no done deal. There's no breaking ground. I mean, they might be in Sacramento. Major League Baseball should step in and say, listen, no, you're not going to Sacramento and playing in a 12,000 seat stadium for 3 years.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, yeah.
Sac, though, the city's probably smart. They're probably like, man, we play our cards right. We'll probably have these guys here for 20 years.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Maybe we'll build a stadium.
Yeah, you kid, but you're not that far off.
It's crazy.
All right, Mother Nature dealt a big blow to Chris Sale when it comes to the Braves. The Braves' biggest weapon is being rendered, is being neutered.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of a world where Sale pitches yesterday against the Mets and then either comes back and pitches a rained-out game against the Mets on Monday, or at the very worst is set to go on proper rest for the wild card series. So instead of that, instead of getting 2 premier spots, 3 potential premier spots for Sale to pitch, instead he'll pitch Friday, I would assume, against the Royals, which is, you got to win all the games at this point. But man, the rainout yesterday that's pushed a doubleheader to Monday, it just, it leaves a lot of ripples for both clubs, for other clubs too, but none like Atlanta in particular. In this case, their most consistent best weapon.
2 of the before we get some college ball, and 2 of the people that have fallen directly in the crosshairs of Jaguar fan, and rightfully so, are the quarterback, the 2 number 1 picks overall, right?
Yeah.
And neither are playing particularly well.
Fair.
Is that fair to say? And so we tend to look at those 2 guys and go, what's going on? Well, I saw this one.
I got more on Trevor from Chris Sims here in just a second, too.
Okay,
I thought it was a very rational. We're in the heart of the passion here, and I think he hit both the positive and negative pretty accurately from an objective standpoint.
We all look at stats and et cetera, and this demonstrates a little bit of a difference here. This is pass rush win rate on true pass sets. All right, pass rush win rate on true pass sets.
It's 3rd and 8. Your ears are pinned back. They know you're coming.
113 qualifying edge players.
Okay,
right now.
So 30 teams. That's about 4 a team.
Yeah. Number 1
pass rush win rate.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Wow. What's that like?
46.2%.
50% would be awesome.
Number 101.
101 out of
101 of 113. Trayvon Walker, 3.3%.
Again, that's what you drafted.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing just makes me almost mad. I don't know why it makes me as mad as it does. This is not a knock on Trayvon Walker. It's not his fault. This is a knock on Trent Baalke. I mean, you should be sued for unprofessionalism for that pick. That's just egregious. It's obnoxiously egregious, and we had it right here. And the worst thing you could ever do again is ever with that raspy voice start talking about what a great player Trayvon Walker is. Don't ever indicate that to do it again you would do it that way. I mean, good Lord. Pass on a Hall of Famer here, Dan. This guy's on the J.J. Watt, T.J. Watt You know, the Myles Garrett, that's who this guy is. It's who we were afraid he was all along, and it darn sure is who he is.
Yeah.
And we got a guy on a great year who gets you 9-10 sacks on a great year, and nothing else to go with it, by the way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, despicable, damn near sabotage by Balky in this one. That's awful.
Yeah.
It's right there. It's a no-brainer, man.
Yeah. And that sticks out as much as the Trevor play.
Well, Trevor has struggled for sure, and we here, digesting every single play, and then we also have to balance it with what we've seen him do in the past, what we know he can be, so it's just got us in a glass case of emotion here. Chris Sims was asked about Trevor after that Monday night game, and, Trevor's, there is this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're outside of some in the fan base, we're just so, no one is anywhere near wants to dump Trevor Lawrence. There's still a lot of belief. He'll be the last. Let's put it this way: he'll be the last one to go here, Dan.
Yeah.
If a new coach comes here, he's going to want to come coach Trevor. Trevor
He's
Lawrence,
coming to resuscitate
that's
Trevor
correct.
Lawrence.
You're
tied to him.
He's the last one to go.
He has all the power.
That's correct.
If Trevor Lawrence
went today and said, "I want this, and this," they'd give him this, and this.
If Trevor Lawrence went to Shad Khan in the office and he said, "The offense stinks. I don't like the play calls. It's this. I'm just telling you, blah, 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 blah." Changes would be made.
And again,
because you're tied to Trevor
without
Lawrence.
even suggesting, even if you weren't tied financially and contractually, he still would be the last to go among those. Whoever takes over this coach of the team would rather take their chances with Trevor Lawrence than Carson Beck. I promise you. They may or may not be the right decision, but if you went to football guys right now and say, "Hey,
I'll say this.
You can have Trevor Lawrence or Caleb Williams," I still say 32 GMs would take Trevor Lawrence.
I'll say this. I'm not putting Caleb Williams in the conversation.
Well, that's who you're talking about.
No,
if you draft someone.
What I'm telling,
that's what I mean. He's been the highest touted.
What I'm telling you is, if there wasn't the contractual connection, which there is through, I just saw this. They're tied to Trevor through like 2029.
Correct.
I mean, guaranteed like $35 million, $40 million per year for the next 4 or 5 years. If there wasn't that, and the Jags went belly up this year, and Trevor had played the whole year and had 20 touchdowns and 22 picks, and they had the first pick overall, and this is a total hypothetical, and it's not going to happen. Then I disagree with you.
Well,
but other
again,
than that, I don't.
That's also if Trevor broke both legs in December. That's
oh dear.
That's also hypothetical.
Why don't you put that mojo on?
I mean, anyway.
What were you saying, Chris Sims?
Well, here's what Chris Sims had to say on what is bothering Trevor Lawrence, what's bothering him about Trevor Lawrence, and the state of things here in Jax, at least from afar.
The generational talent that you said, I'll pump the brakes on. Yeah. He's got
I never was in that one.
There's some flaws in this guy's game. What is wrong?
You'd like to see him maybe be a better leader, maybe a more emotional leader at times, take the burden of the team on a little bit at times too.
Let's go into your notebook then, because
cool.
I think this is what you detailed. Show some emotion, please, and above that, you say he is playing like a robot.
Yeah. Where did the guy who started taking over games 2 years ago on the playoff run go? Yeah, I want that. He's being paid like that, and I think he has the skills to do that. Don't have to be stupid. Love to force the issue a little bit. There comes a time in the game where, crap, they're rolling. I got to flip the momentum. I got to do something here to kind of change that. I'd like to see him be a little more aggressive or being a little bit more of like willing to take and shoulder the load that way. We've hit on this a little bit with the Jags before. They're not very creative, and it's not very aggressive on top of that. They are a sticks team. It's 3rd and 6. They all run 7 yards. All of that bothers me, let alone Trevor Lawrence is not playing all that great and making things happen on top of that.
That's about as accurate a story you could tell the rest of the country if they're happening to listening to a lot of people. ESPN, one of their guys saying it's time to bench him yesterday. So you're always going to find that extraneous. I think I
don't understand.
Accurately describes where we are.
It bothers me that we're sort of starting to pick apart our offense as being unimaginative and not creative. I thought we got a guy who was really good at offense.
I think that's overblown.
And I don't know that we did, and we watched.
It is unimaginative and uncreative. I can tell you that from personal experience, from eyewitness accounts.
Eyewitness,
It is. That's not a reaching for things that are above your pay grade, because we can do that and fans can do that. We reach above our pay grade sometimes when it comes to what's actually happening. No, This is a stale, boring, short of the sticks offense. He nailed it. They send everybody 6 yards on 3rd and 7.
Yeah,
and. The accuracy and all this, there's a lot going into why the offense is struggling.
And I don't know whether or not I need all the window dressing, a.k.a. Florida, who send 80 guys in motion, but then still just running a 3-yard down and out.
But something.
But we need a little bit more.
It looks easy to defend.
And again, if something's not working, you got to change. And the coaching staff this week should make changes, not necessarily personnel changes, because you got what you got, but they got to do something. It's kind of like on the flip side, the defense decided to play man-to-man. And we were talking with Doc here earlier, and we had no pass rush on Josh Allen. If you have no pass rush, nobody can play man-to-man, not even backup corners.
And you know what that means? Then you stop doing it now.
Yeah.
You don't wait on the pressure that's never coming to come. You change the zone when it's 13-0.
One of the, as we try to find hope, one of the things I was saying about the defense was, C.J. Stroud's not as mobile as Josh Allen, and we do better against those kind of quarterbacks. Well, we'll see.
No,
we'll see.
Yeah, no. If this team, if the Jags fall behind Houston like they did in Buffalo, the game's going to go exactly the same. It's going to be 44-20. I mean, I play football, boys, and do it with a defense that's not the most talented in the league to begin with.
Yeah,
and it's short on good players.
Yeah,
if you miss Aluakun and Tyson Campbell, you're missing 2 of your maybe best 3.
And the only thing I'll say about Chris Sims' comments about Trev is maybe he's had it beaten into his head so much about the turnovers, he's not willing to take chances. But secondly, as far as he's not a yeller screamer. You can't be who you're not.
And he's a little more emotional than that said. He's not completely quiet. I see him
talk
get fired
trash
up.
to guys,
and he'll talk to his own guys. He's
he definitely
he's
talks.
vocal enough.
But you don't have to be that. You ever seen a guy named Marvin Harrison play and score a touchdown?
And it's also easier to say just take chances and rise above if by the time the defense gets there, you guys are halfway into their route and they're not open. And I don't know the answer to that. I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm searching for an answer that coaches should have, that by now Doug Peterson should have figured out.
Yeah.
It's not that hard, man.
All right.
You're our chess master. Golly, play some chess, my man.
Yeah,
leave the checkers at home.
And again,
other teams that they completely change what they're doing from week to week if they need to. We're not.
And then we say we work so hard. Do we?
What?
I mean, we should be like Green Bay. Did one thing 1 week. 2 weeks ago, who'd they beat when Willis took over?
It was
the Colts.
Sketch, yeah.
And they ran it down their throats.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they ran the ball.
300 yards or something.
Ran it down their throats. So Tennessee's geared up to stop the run. You know what he does first play?
Yeah.
Fake play action. Everybody goes one way. Ball goes back. 40-yard gain.
Yeah.
And he chucked it all up. Malik Willis.
Yeah.
Went down to Tennessee.
That's right.
They coached him up.
And
he played dadgum good football.
Yeah. And listen, the window dressing, it catches our attention, and the mistakes made by the skill position players linger longer. At the end of the day, our offensive line is pitiful. It's been pitiful for 3 years, and I don't know the rankings. I'm guessing that the Packers' offensive line's a lot better.
Right.
And if their coaches come up with something that's going to use the play action, they'll give their guy the 3 seconds he needs on that play to execute it. And I feel like our guys, man, across left tackle to right tackle, across the board, are bottom of the world in the NFL at what they do at every single spot.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
you
hard.
know the numbers already now with Trevor so far this year. I mean,
for sure.
178, 220, and 178. That's what we got.
There's another part of this, too, that gets overlooked. This is all so simple. There's only one
Sure, it'd be nice for him to have one of those.
It's win.
Yeah,
win clears everything. If ETN doesn't fumble and they beat Cleveland, which is possible, and they're 2-1 right now, we will be treating this like it's an aberration.
Correct.
And
which we've had before.
Yes, and he'd have the same numbers. He'd be the same guy, and we would be 10,000 miles from our current opinion.
Yeah, but we still.
I get it. But that's a reality too.
We gotta get better.
All right. So much for college football talk. This is The Drill.
Oh, we'll do it next.
It's a custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on 1010XL.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Take Jacksonville with you.
There's no place like like home.
Listen to 1010XL away from home.
Oh, but anyway, Toto, we're home. Home.
Download the 1010XL and XL 92.5 FM apps for free on Apple and Android devices.
Hey, John, my dad, Randy Marion's gone absolute Cadillac crazy. You won't believe our Escalade lineup.
Well, how crazy we talking, Jennifer?
Buckle up, folks. We've got over 35 Cadillac Escalades.
35 Escalades? That's luxury overload.
I'm talking fully loaded models, cutting-edge tech, and that signature Cadillac style.
And the deals are even more luxurious. $4,000 Escalade loyalty rebate.
Plus 5% off MSRP on retired courtesy vehicles. Head to Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $899 MNP and resist all.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Oh, sometimes you want the numbers to be lower, as in mortgage rates, and those lower rates are finally here thanks to the Fed and now Loan Pronto. Loan Pronto just locked in a homeowner at 4.59% APR. It's been a while since we've seen the fours, gang. It's the lowest in 2 years, in fact. Whether you got your loan last month or last year, it's time to call Loan Pronto. Dump that high-rate loan. You can lock in at a lower rate fast with virtually no paperwork and usually no appraisal. No limit on how many times you can refi, so get started and use this opportunity. Get cash out. Wipe out your credit card. Do a cash out refi. Get 50, 75, 100 grand or more out of your home. Use that to pay off all your high interest debt. End up with just one low monthly payment, now 4.59%. Purchase loans available as well, so call now. Get your rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. VA Streamline loans are also available with Loan Pronto when you call 904-999-1508.
Season, and JEA is committed to keeping you informed. In the event of a storm, we'll text and email you about the status of your services. We use Facebook and X to post real-time updates. Our live outage map on JEA.com lets you track restoration progress. And as crews work to restore services, our storm outreach team will be in local neighborhoods to answer your questions. Because as your community utility, JEA is here to keep you safe and connected. Your community, your utility.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Feeling the heat, Jacksonville? Cool down with Bold City Heating and Air. From repairs to energy-efficient installs, we do it all. Your system worked hard all summer long to keep you cool. Give it a spa day. Schedule a system tune-up. Call Bold City Heating and Air today and experience the bold difference. Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Bold City AC. Visit boldcityac.com.
Chris Doring is chomping at the bit to tell you about today's Gators.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
With Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser. Tuesday mornings on The Drill. Brought to you by Farrah & Farrah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. On 1010XL.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, gang, Prosser here, telling you once again about Chad and Sandy Newman. Mortgage rates are down, creating more active buyers and sellers. If you've been waiting, now is a great time to sell your home before more homes flood the market, driving down prices. So maybe you want guaranteed no-hassle home sale, but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. They can handle that. You see, Chad and Sandy can take every problem you think you have and replace it with a promise. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. The success stories are rolling in. Mike and Lisa in McCormick. We inherited a family home that came with equity but also a mortgage. We needed to sell fast to avoid extra expenses on a second mortgage. We heard about Chad and Sandy on the radio and called. Everything they say on the radio is true. The home sold in 3 days for full asking price. Call Chad and Sandy today, 904-414-6200, or go to chadandsandy.com. That's Chad, ANDSANDY.com.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T, and our listeners continue to bet and win big with MyBookie. If you haven't bet with MyBookie yet, those folks are still running the double deposit bonus. Just sign up using promo code 1010XL. We have a huge week starting with college and NFL games Thursday night. Get signed up now for Virginia Tech traveling to Miami, The Hurricanes are a 17-point favorite with an over-under of 55.5 points at my book. With the way the Hurricanes have been scoring, covering that spread looks like a no-brainer. And how about Thursday night football divisional matchup? The Cowboys traveling to New York to take on the Giants. The Giants are a 4.5-point home underdog. If you think the Giants will keep it close, take those 4.5 points. For a limited time, my bookie is bringing back the double deposit bonus. Use promo code 1010XL to claim that bonus on your very first deposit. You heard that right. Double your money with promo code 1010XL before even placing a bet. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
You know when you said come over for the fight? We thought you meant your house.
You guys want another round of Bud Lights?
Service is better here. And so is the beer.
Bud Light is back as the official beer sponsor of UFC. Enjoy responsibly. 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Storms are part of every season. Make sure you're protected. Call American Electrical to make sure you have the best in surge protection. Don't lose your home electronics to a lightning strike. Call 737-7770 for American Electrical.
Hacker here, and the celebration continues on my countdown to 100 pounds. I'm now at 93.5 pounds with only 6.5 pounds to go. That will be a 100-pound swing in just over 6 months. Only a couple of more weeks to go, and I feel awesome. Life-changing and life-saving is what I like to say. Maybe you don't have 100 pounds to lose. Maybe it's 25 like Mike Dempsey, or 40 like Matt Hayes. Whatever your number is, bring it to Awaken 180 and ask them how fast you'll reach it. But Hacker, I've tried other programs and diets before. Why will Awaken 180 work? That's simple. Because if I can do it, anyone can do it. Remember, when I hit that 100-pound mark, we're going to celebrate. I'll keep you updated every week as I get closer. And you can even join in on the celebration. Pick up the phone and make your own 180. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
So, Florida State would have left tomorrow, flown to Dallas.
Okay.
But they're
leaving today?
Wheels up. No, actually, they're busing to Jacksonville, where the schools are closed because it's so, gosh, dog dangerous out there. Can I get a head count of all those Gulf residents who need our schools for shelters this morning? Back there? Okay. They're going to bus over to Jacksonville and then fly charter to Dallas.
Okay.
Sounds like they got a charter out of the deal is what it sounds like. Not bad. Not bad if you can get it. That's a tough game. This was supposed to be an important game. FSU was supposed to be 4-0, and SMU was supposed to be 4-0, and this was SMU's. There was talk at one time that game day would end up at FSU, SMU. SMU has not been. Well, they've lost a game, and they're in a year. If you're a program like I guess now in the ACC, it's not the same, but they're a program that's accustomed. If they're going to get any real shot, they can't afford to slip up.
Right.
Now in the ACC, that changes a little bit. If FSU has any wild hair of a chance of getting back in the ACC race, can't lose again, and SMU will remind you is now an ACC opponent. I don't like it for Florida State, Dan.
What's the line? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, hold on.
I know SMU is a creative. It's that Rhett Lashley dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think they scored 66 points in their last game out, if I'm not mistaken.
They did. They beat TCU, and TCU's a decent program.
Yeah, 66-42.
Yeah, beat them by 24.
How is it they score 15 against BYU and come back and score 66?
BYU's pretty good.
Yeah.
BYU just beat somebody. Kansas State, maybe?
Yeah.
They came back and beat somebody. SMU is a 6.5-point favorite.
Yeah.
Wow. Over under 47.5 in that one if you're so inclined. But 8 o'clock ACC Network.
They changed quarterbacks because they had Stone in the first game, and now they have Jennings, and Jennings looks like he's much more of a run.
I watched some of that first game. I had, did they play Nevada maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I think I played Nevada in the 5-pack maybe. I don't know. I was watching that game more than probably I would have normally. And if you would have had FSU 1-3 and SMU 3-1, You would have been more prescient than most of us when the season started. So we'll see if FSU.
Yeah, you think FSU has a fighter's chance?
Yeah, keep back. The schedule is not tough, man.
Cal was 3-0 and FSU was 0-3.
That's fair. You got SM, you got Clemson at home. It's an easy schedule, man. You got Duke. You got Miami, you got Notre Dame. Notre Dame ain't that.
No.
Notre Dame's overrated at 16, quite frankly. They're not the 16th best team in the country.
Oh.
Notre Dame, if they could play a conference schedule and go 8-4 this year, they're just okay.
Yeah, Riley Leonard's not very good.
No, this is 2 years in a row they plucked a guy from the ACC, and he's not fit to bill.
No, I don't think he has.
Did Sam Hartman ever make it in the NFL, by the way?
He's not practice
Is he?
squatter. Got great hair, though.
But, you've got SMU, Duke, Carolina just lost to James Madison, gave up 70. You got Charleston Southern, you got Florida. The problem is now that FSU at 1-3 looks like a team that would lose to SMU, that would lose to Miami, that would lose to Notre Dame.
The Sluka kid at Nevada, Las Vegas is an interesting story.
I'm Team Sluka on this. This is Bush League. By the way, we learn exactly what a quarterback is worth. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll let you continue the story. But with Matthew Sluka leaving 3-0 UNLV, they've gone from a 4.5-point favorite to a 1-point underdog at home against Fresno State.
Yeah.
So it cost him. He's worth 5.5 points according to Vegas. You can make that direct correlation.
He was a very good FCS player at Holy Cross. He was a Walter Payton Award finalist. Had a great year last year. He's got 1 year left. So he goes in the portal to go step up in competition. Goes to UNLV. And said he was promised $100,000. Here's the only question. And then UNLV puts out a statement yesterday. It sort of bothered me because here's the one thing I'll ask. I don't know who. You can play the rhetoric game all you want, but why would a kid playing good football for a team that's getting some pub, like, hey, they might be the one who could get into the playoff, right? Because you get one non-Power 5, and they're 3-0.
It's got to be the highest ranked.
Why would that kid suddenly just up and quit the football team?
A kid who played 4 years for the love of the game at Holy Cross, okay? He wasn't playing at
when he was
Clemson.
Because he was promised $100,000, which is fine.
That's a low number.
Low number. And he was promised so what we need to do, and again, we'll just continue to
contracts. They need to be contracts. And it's a breach of contract if you don't pay them. And
the school
and the school pays a penalty.
Has to a contract.
Yeah.
There's some mistakes made on both sides. Obviously, you got it. Nothing was in writing, I guess. And I'm sure the kid kept asking. They gave him $3,000 to move, and that was it. The kid probably kept asking, like, "Hey, where's my?"
Believe him. One of those coaches said, "Yeah, I can get you $100,000," and now he's acting like he never said it. It's weak. And if they're smart, if there was an ounce of football passion, dude, in the market, one of those guys who stays in one of the hotel suites would wire over $500,000 for him for the rest of the year. You feel me? Man, no passion for UNLV football. $100,000, dude. If DJ, as down as you are on Billy Napier, if DJ Lagway says, if I don't get my $100,000, I'm leaving, you could raise that in about 8 seconds, couldn't you, on a GoFundMe?
Yes. UNLV does not engage in such activities, nor does it respond to implied threats.
Yeah,
Who the hell are you, UNLV?
Tart just called from the grave and called BS on that one.
And by the way, I know so little about UNLV football that heretofore going forward, this is what I'll think of every time I think of UNLV. So congratulations. You've done some damage.
Yeah. They're the fighting Randall Cunninghams to me and always will be.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, your point is valid.
I mean, again, the kid ain't quitting after 3 games.
They did him wrong.
They did him wrong.
And for a cheap number, too, by the way.
Right.
Big game in the college football is Georgia at Alabama. We've already talked about it. It's 2v4. Just quickly, who do you like there? I can lean both ways here. I can find an argument for both.
Both have played.
It's the Saban factor, though, makes it an unknown.
I guess I would lean towards Alabama at home.
I would lean towards Georgia only because it's not Nick Saban over there who's beaten them 8 of the last 9.
This is Carson Beck's Heisman game. He can vault himself in without, if he goes out and slays Alabama and they hang 35 and he has a big day, pass and they win.
Let me ask you this. Does he almost have to? Now, I didn't watch every play. He seemed subpar against Kentucky. He did not look like a Heisman candidate against Kentucky.
No.
Not winner. He didn't look like a Heisman candidate against Florida. I could have been watching Graham Mertz, Dan.
He
in that game.
Yeah, he
Needs to, yes, if he wants to win the Heisman Trophy.
I mean, if we were handicapping Heisman the race right now, he wouldn't be.
Cam Ward's a clear leader.
But Carson Beck's not even in the conversation, is he? Now, games like this in Texas will shape that for
correct.
sure. Let's see. On the year, 68% of his passes, 7 touchdowns, no picks. I mean, it's not like he's been terrible. But in 3 games, you only got 680. That's just not catching people's attention. But his game logs have been solid. I feel like he's. But again, 15 to 24, 160. That's what it was. That's just a pedestrian. That's a Graham Mertz day.
Yeah.
The other games, though, were a little more explosive, especially.
UCF plays Colorado in Orlando. That's kind of a cool game.
A very cool game. I was going to get to that one next.
They're like 14-point favorites.
I think they'll beat the heck out of Colorado.
And they might.
I hope they do. Listen, Florida needs everybody they play to be the absolute best they can be. We don't need any more false, senses of anything. There's this, by the way, and I've been bemoaning this more than you, but now some of the actual numbers are rolling through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't such a good idea for Coach Genius down there to clean house and go with, quote, his guys, because if you look around, Princely U leads the SEC in pressures.
Mm-hmm.
He has more than our entire D-line.
It was worse than that. The kid
Antoine,
kid at Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
leading the nation.
Powell Ryland leads the nation in sacks, and not to be outdone, Chris McClellan, who I always kind of liked at Florida. Mm-hmm. Chris McClellan has more. I forget what the stuff rate, whatever it is.
Stuff rate,
something like that. It wasn't called that of any defensive tackle in all of college football. Those are 3 guys that, they just weren't quite Gator. They weren't, Billy Napier standard players.
Mm-hmm.
And it made Princely U was on something. I got to go somewhere where they can coach me. The strength program there stinks.
Yeah.
This is that. And so just another example of why, despite a momentary win at Mississippi State, that's just another example of why Billy Napier won't win another game this year. He's incompetent. Yeah. Across the board.
Yeah.
Eyeing talent, keeping it recruited, putting together a game plan, in-game coaching, dispersal of responsibility. He's an abject disaster at every single aspect of coaching a major college football team.
Yeah, pretty much.
They won't win another one.
Yeah, probably not. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I mean, really, it's hard to bet against 8 straight losses or whatever the number would be, but that's where the favorite money. Actually, they will win another one. They'll luck one out somewhere. I mean, every year some dog beats some decent team. Right? Not going to be,
so sure. But
not going to be Texas or Georgia. You wouldn't bet that they'd win one more game this year? Of course you would.
There was a, we'll have to break with this, but there was a.
The Riley Report, normally brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories.
There's kind of an upset in high school football last night. Tokoi beat Bartram Trail.
Wow.
Beat him good.
Didn't Creekside just beat Bartram?
Our guy Sunshine over here.
Yeah, we had him in earlier. He's a good
nice
player, big kid.
Like 46-26, something like that.
Yeah, Bartram is, listen, you move on from legendary coaches. It's not easy just to keep going.
Not easy.
Is this the first year without Southern or second?
No, second.
Yeah, but it's not easy to keep that going in Coach
Anyway,
Southern.
I thought St. John, Tokoi's guy.
And Beachside just beat somebody. And Nice is having their best year.
Oh, yeah.
Nice beat St. Aug, no?
Yeah.
That's a huge win.
Huge win.
That's an upset, too.
Yeah, that was last. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, part of the college football. I'm assuming that the game you're saying, is that early for this week or late for last? That's early for this.
Early for this.
They played yesterday.
Last night. Yeah, I believe Nice was losing 21-0 at the half to St. Aug.
Yeah, came all the way back.
And 28-14 with 3 to go.
Wow.
Tied it up and
won in overtime, did they?
Won in over. They won. I think St. Aug went for 2 and didn't get it. So anyway, just a couple high school.
St. John's County football. This is probably the best it's ever been this year. I can make an argument for Creekside, Bartram, Beachside, Tokoi, Nice, and Ponte Vedra all being and St. Augustine all being playoff teams.
You can. This is the drill.
It's about all of them.
On 1010XL 92.5
Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your home and save big? Now's the perfect time with Renewal by Anderson. For a limited time, it's buy one, get one 40% off on all windows and doors. That's right, buy one, get one 40% off plus flexible financing options to fit your budget. Our custom-built energy-efficient windows and doors are made with Fibrex, 2 times stronger than vinyl, giving you the durability you need and the savings you want. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to book your free consultation today. Don't wait. This offer won't last. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613. Proud partner of the Florida Gators.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day and any time. That's why I'm telling you about my doctor, Rick Townsend. I've been going to Doc T for a long time, and he's decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of medicine, concierge medicine. I'm sure I'm going with him. You know how you normally need an appointment that can't see you until the end of next week and you're sick? Yeah, not with Doc T. He'll get you in right away. You got a medical emergency? Here's Doc T's phone number. And he'll get right back to you. 7 days a week, by the way. Think of it like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. And as far as physicians, I think Rick Townsend's the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. He's been a fixture in our community forever. So if it's yearly physicals, office virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, Doc T's got you covered. Find out how you can take away your health worries. MyPVConcierge.com. Just go to MyPVConcierge.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Right now, they're on their way to ruin your day. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. And if you're not prepared, you will suffer. Yes, it's that time of the year. Heat and humidity are attacking North Florida. But help is at hand. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air Conditioning. Mike Merritt has a license to chill and lets you maintain your comfort zone at a bargain price. How? Mike Merritt stands ready to help, routine or emergencies. And Mike Merritt knows emergencies can happen at any time. So with Mike, there's never any overtime charges. And Mike's team works without commissions. Merritt will never try to sell you parts you don't need. You can't trust just anyone with a truck. Call Mike Merritt, the company North Florida has trusted for 35 years. Call today. License number CAC 050384.
Googa Nation, it's Dreamfinder's Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinder's Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinder's home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinder's Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On September 26, 1996, San Francisco Giants' Barry Bonds becomes the second MLB player to hit 40 home runs and steal 40 bases in a season.
Mark Watson here to tell you a little bit about hardballcreative.com. It's your online promo haven with thousands of ideas on how to promote your company. We're open 24/7, 365.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match, or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Jacksonville contractors and business owners, do you need custom large metal fab gates or automatic gate controls? Frank Frangie here. Coyle & Sons has been in business in Jacksonville since 1927. They've earned the reputation of quality and specialized skill. Coyle & Sons are the ones trusted in Jacksonville by the top contractors, and they stand on the reputation when you need almost 100 years of commercial contractor experience. So call Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821, coiljacks.com.
Hey, I'm so happy to be part of the Georgia Moore Chevrolet family. That's how they treat you when you head over to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out exactly what I'm talking about. Friendly smiles, how you doing, what can we do to help you, no pressure. And you know me, I got my boy Blue, the beautiful blue Silverado. But if you want a car, if you want an SUV, an electric, a pre-owned, if you want a truck like me, Georgia Moore Chevrolet, they got it. I love my blue truck, and if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry. MooreChevy.com, very easy to navigate.
All the vehicles right there for you. Sales, service, parts, never been more easy to use. They also have a Corvette over there that they're giving away. Go to their social media pages and register now. Georgia Moore Chevrolet gang together. Let's drive.
This is Corona Premier. It's the light beer you didn't know was a light beer. Until right. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now, Corona Premier, an unexpectedly light beer.
When I say Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned has big selection, I mean it's huge. Mia here, not 100, not even 500, over 600 vehicles in one location. Arlington Pre-Owned even has 125 vehicles under 18K. Plus, you get 60 days to love it or exchange it. 60 days. And Arlington's Credit for Everyone program is here to help you get financed. Shop Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned today, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online at arlingtontoyota.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson, with a disappointing start, is looking at everything as he evaluates the team.
We look at everything. I look at everything, and I don't think you just go and you just make change to change. I don't think that's necessarily the thing you need to do.
As the Jags prepare to face Houston, the head coach knows the team is feeling a sense of urgency.
I mean, obviously our sense of urgency is heightened. Obviously, at 0-3. I mean, that's not where we want it to be, and now we're facing a really good Houston football team.
Quarterback Trevor Lawrence's play has come under scrutiny of late, and he's aware his play needs to step up.
I'm not happy with how I've played. I know that I have more to give, and I need to make more plays for this team, and your quarterback just has to play well to give you a shot to win every week.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update, I'm Sam Nelson.
10XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Jags are fourth in spending this year. Fourth. Are they picking the wrong players, or if the coaching staff is developing the young players? That's the argument down there, I suppose.
I think part of that is the timing, where he had those three big signings this offseason. That's probably pushed us. I wonder what our average salary is, say, in 3 years, I guess is my point.
But it was time.
Right now, we're getting nothing for it.
Yeah. Fourth
zero.
in spending.
ROI, zero. Fourth in spending. And
especially from those three guys.
Last in success.
Yeah.
We're tied for last in success. Just look at it that way.
We are.
0-3. The Titans are 0-3. Every other, even sad sack franchise has found a way to win a football game. Doug Peterson, Trevor Lawrence, and the boys, not so much.
Not so much. Crazy.
And not exactly a confidence-inspiring road trip that they'll have to make today. That listen, both Trevor and Doug have said that talking don't matter anymore. They're right. There's nothing they can say that's going to suddenly make you optimistic. It's never been more show me mode around here than it is right now, especially for me. There's no detail of this matchup coming up this weekend that'll inspire confidence in me. There's no, words that they can say or just epiphany they can make. And the only thing that's going to convince me that they're worth anything at all is if they go win a football game. And I'm not impressed, by the way, if you go lose 24-23. That don't impress me either.
No.
Anything other than a W, just save it.
Hey, we lost a legend this week, Arthur Crofton.
We did.
Our friend, really nice man. It was always very good to me. So anyway, I just
Alabama grad, I believe, and would talk about his tide. He's on when we were, and actually starts early. So through the 20 years of commuting, sure, there's been times I've listened to 96.1 at 5 a.m. on the drive-in and listened to Arthur Crofton, who spent over 30 years at that radio station, started in 1990, and I kind of presented it like this as well. The radio industry here in Jacksonville lost a couple of godfathers this year.
Mm-hmm.
First with Uncle David Lamb, passing earlier in 2024, and now Arthur Crofton, who's a staple in a different genre of radio than us, but certainly one that corresponds
real nice
to
man.
1010. I bet you've listened to 1010. If you do switch off of it, many of you at our age, it's gone there to 96.1. But
it's on my dial.
Yeah.
When I'm in the mood for music.
Obviously, unfortunately for many of you, he was on the same time as we were, so you've never heard of him. I get it.
Yeah, but that was
a nice man. And prayers to his family and a lot of relationships and that he has here in Jacksonville from living here for a long time. That British accent is how you would remember him.
So
perfect name for a British accent, Arthur Crofton.
Yes, Arthur.
Derrick Rose is retiring. What would you make of his career? It seemed, Derrick Rose won an MVP while Kobe Bryant was in his prime, no?
Derrick Rose
came in the league, won MVPs while dudes named LeBron were in their prime.
Yeah.
He's a really good player. And then he got doomed by injury and implication. He had an injury that he should have come back from a lot quicker, and he lost a lot of support because he sat out for about a year and a half with a meniscus injury.
He was the youngest NBA MVP of all time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep. He was the youngest. He came in the league. He was a straight killer.
Number 1 overall pick in 2008, quickly emerged one of the most dominant young stars. He won the 08-09 Rookie of the Year, an All-Star the next 3 years, and then, as he said, youngest MVP in history, just 22 years old in 2010 and 11. That is in the prime. That's like the Heatles.
Yeah.
I mean, LeBron is in his prime,
yeah.
And here's a 22-year-old, and I believe led the Bulls to the top seed one of those years as well.
Yep.
Who is the most valuable player in the league? But that he tore an ACL. First round of the playoffs, missed the entire next season, and then all but 10 games of the following year. So it wasn't meniscus, it was an ACL, but it was way beyond the return line. I remember talking about Derrick Rose with Doc Murphy many years ago. Career average, please, for Derrick Rose, closest wins. I need points and assists. Career average, 723 games.
Well, I mean, did it come down with all those appearances with the Knicks?
You know, he seemed to be your best player, quite frankly, that one year that you made a run and lost to us.
I'm going to go 17 points, 5 assists.
I'm higher than that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 20.
He wins. I don't know if he cheated. What happened? 17, 4, 5, 2.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Good job, E.
Yeah, I just random guess.
You were accused of being a cheater.
Since that year that good year that he had for y'all, I think you lost to us in the playoffs. Maybe that year, was that the same year? Yeah, I think it was the year that the Hawks made the run to the Eastern Conference Finals. We started against you. Rose was a good player on that team for you, pre Brunson and pre all that.
Oh yeah, it was clutch. I think 3.
He hadn't played hardly at all the last 3 years. Only 77 games over the last 3 seasons. He's bounced around a little bit, including one in Memphis where he played in college. So there you go. Just the end of a pretty good NBA career, but you feel like it got.
It was like incomplete.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, just not completely material.
I don't like how in the span of like 30 seconds in one sentence, you referred to we beat you, we beat you, we beat you.
Hawks.
It's kind of annoying.
Hawks, Knicks.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to put the timeline together.
I don't think so. I think
the most memorable season for me and with Derrick Rose in the last 10 years has been the series that we beat you, and he was good for you. So that's why.
I remember Derrick Rose.
You want me to say Hawks and Knicks? Is that what we're doing?
I remember when Derrick Rose blew out his knee in the playoffs against Philly.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
And then he missed 2 full years after that.
And then
he also had a meniscus that I don't know.
You called him soft.
He was soft.
Yeah, you called him
100%.
soft.
It wasn't me that called him soft.
You just annihilated him with Doc Murphy every week.
See, that also is wrong.
That's
now
what I remember.
Now you're just playing stupid.
That's how I remember.
Yeah, Dan's playing stupid, so don't.
Ladies and
whatever.
gentlemen, that's what happened.
But you know what?
You know it, and I know.
Yeah, and I would right now, so that's fine.
Speaking on like emotions, like players with emotion, D Rose, he really didn't show much emotion. He was, he was like calm and collected. But when that boy got on that court, he was different.
Yeah, I will say this. In all fairness, he didn't win. Didn't win squat. Didn't go anywhere. And when you're a superstar in basketball, you lose a lot of your legacy reputation if you don't win, right? Is that fair? I mean, the guys we look at as the true greats got to win, or Charles Barkley would get more acclaim than he does. So would Karl Malone. So would, a bunch of guys, That was the thing for Rose was that he couldn't win. The big thing. Did they even go? They didn't go to the finals, did they?
Who?
Derrick Rose.
No, because LeBron was over
LeBron
there.
was always there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of that decade with Garnett, that group.
Yeah, he'd go to the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm sure, but never.
I think only one. I think they. Maybe LeBron's team, by the way. No, that year. I think that year he was MVP. They may have even been the top seed. I think, did they not play the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals? The Heat's first year with LeBron and those guys together?
I believe so.
Yeah, they may have.
We got a bunch of interesting matchups in the NFL this week, but one that grabs my Minnesota goes to Green Bay. And I think that's kind of neat in the respect that Aaron Jones was a pretty beloved Packer for a lot of years, and now he's playing for the Vikings. He scores a touchdown. What does he do?
A Lambeau leap.
He Lambeau leaps.
For sure.
Yeah.
And right into the Green Bay fans. Make them hate you.
Is that what you do?
I ran here. I gave up my body for you. These guys sent me off. Jump right up into them.
If you Lambeau leap and you're a Viking,
you're fine.
Is it fair for me to pour a beer on your head?
Yeah. If you Lambeau leap.
So if...
I'm just asking.
However.
No, if Fred Taylor had come back to Jacksonville as a Patriot and Lambeau leaped.
He getting hugged.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
This is a little different.
But yeah.
Why?
Because this is a matchup of good teams.
Well, I mean, if they were, I'm saying any matchup.
All right, this would be a better
This guy
thing.
didn't do anything wrong. I don't know. He didn't want to leave. He wanted to stay.
If Fred was a Tennessee Titan.
Yeah.
and then Lambeau leap.
What if Fred was a Tennessee Titan and he's talking about coming?
I'm still hugging him and stuff, but I'm sure it's people
It would depend on how he left. It would. It would depend on how he left. And like Aaron Jones
This was a wonderful breakup.
This is the Packers went and got Josh Jacobs. Says Aaron take a hike.
Yeah,
Packers divorced him.
Aaron wanted to stay.
Yeah, they divorced him. He would have gladly stayed. I mean, he wants to get paid. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
They chose Josh Jacobs.
Okay.
Yeah, and then with that said, yeah, go on. And Aaron Jones, by the way, asked the luncher this. He carried him down the stretch. He wasn't Love. I mean, Love played well. Don't get me wrong. His stats were good, but Aaron Jones, like the last 6-7 games last year, was phenomenal.
How about Buffalo at Baltimore on Sunday night?
Yeah, man. It seems like the Ravens have just got a brutal schedule here, man.
Golly.
Out of the gates at Kansas City. Now, the problem with the Ravens is they blew their layup. The
Baltimore
Raiders.
favored by 2.5.
Yeah, I'll take the Bills all night long.
Is Josh Allen, he's the leading candidate for league MVP?
Yeah, but
was it based off of that game, or was he playing well?
No, he was playing well
games?
already.
He's playing well.
Yeah.
But
he had the one game. The game before he had like Dolphins. He was responsible for maybe it's 5 or 6 touchdowns.
But when he does win the MVP, and they show the highlights from the year,
a lot of us.
it'll be that
a
game.
lot of us. Yeah,
it'll
that
be a
game.
lot of us. That's fair.
Yeah.
He truly got developed though, and that's kind of what we were hoping with Trev. Because remember when he came in the league?
It's what we are hoping.
Oh, he got better.
Not what we were.
Absolutely, he got developed.
Yes.
Right.
He was 50% his first year. They said you can't improve percentage.
I'll
did.
say that. Yeah. I'm gonna say this, and I mean it. With Brian Daboll's offensive mind is much better than anything we got here.
Yeah.
Is he the one who developed? Like who's responsible? Okay.
Daboll developed Josh Allen, and then he went and in his first year made Daniel Jones decent. Right? Daboll's first year, the Giants and terrible Daniel Jones went to the playoffs.
They weren't bad.
And then he got hurt, and now he's back again. And again.
What is this deal with 2 Monday night games again?
Well, I don't know why they chose to do them these 2 weeks. I do know that they've done 2 Monday night games. I'm okay with it. It doesn't matter. The late game.
I didn't see any.
The only reason I like it is it gives me the early game earlier, but I don't like Titans Dolphins.
I didn't see any of what.
I did.
I would like to watch Washington Cincinnati.
I watched a bunch of it. I don't know what the hell you were watching.
Well, I had work to do, so I had to go talk about a game afterwards. That's why I watched.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying not watching
you
any.
fair weathered and left the station.
No, I could watch both. This is my point. It wasn't you left. This game though was pretty clear what was happening.
It was clear in the first 3 minutes.
Josh Allen has 7 touchdowns and no picks.
That's nice.
And he's run for 2 touchdowns as well. So 9 touchdowns, 0 turnovers, which has bothered him. No fumbles lost, no interceptions through 3 games.
Wow.
And by the way, after Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis and his center left.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes you look like Buffalo knows what they're doing, by the way.
Yeah, 100%.
Buffalo said, yeah, you guys go ahead.
Yeah.
And we said, Eric Armstead, Mitch Morse, come on down. This is great.
We're better.
We're better.
Best
sure
team.
we are.
Best team we've had under Shad Khan. I saw this flare up, this social media dynamic of, did Kevin Hardy respond to this nonsense that this team could even stay on the field with the 99 team?
Hey, Prisco put something out.
Yeah,
and
they said they could.
Prisco said they beat them. The 99 team would beat them by 20, and Kahar said 30.
I'll go 40.
Yeah.
The 99 team would chew you jokers up and spit you out.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
This isn't
Chew
one.
'em up.
This isn't right now.
Not
This
a
isn't
good
one of the
team.
best
Yeah.
teams. This is one of the worst teams.
Well, and not just that, but
this team is closer to the 2 teams that had the first overall pick than was one win away from a Super Bowl.
That is
yes.
Well, no, Dan.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not anywhere near
They
that team.
suck.
They
Jeff.
don't suck that bad.
They're 0-3,
They're
Jeff.
0-3.
They suck.
You're saying they're as bad as 1-15 team.
Right now they are.
No.
Right now they got the first pick in the draft there, expert.
Who's being an expert?
You.
Why are you being like that?
I'm tired of it all.
Tired of
Just
what?
call it like you see it. They stink.
Yeah.
He's being
Holy
emotional.
smokes.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
It's ridiculous what we've watched.
No
It's
kid-
unacceptable.
Okay. I forget what the question was.
Trevor's going to be fine.
No one's...
Play better.
What are you
Coach
doing?
better.
1,000,000%.
Enough.
What is this? Are these epiphanies?
Jeez.
Hey, you have flashbacks.
They're not
Monday
closer
night.
to the one. They stink.
No, I just said.
They'd have them done by. It would have been like the Bills game Monday night. Here are the 99 Jags. Touchdown, Brunell. Here's the 99 Jags. Interception. Here are the 99 Jags. Hopefully, the
that was the point.
2024
of it all.
Jags
I
can
don't
get
know how
back
it got
in.
all screamy, but that was the agreement all along. That team would kill them. They'd be up by 50. That's the point. They're nowhere near 99. But
here we are, 25th, 186 passing yards a game, right there by Jacoby Brissett, Bryce Young, Will Levis, Anthony Richardson throwing for more
it's
yards.
the same stat I heard yesterday, and I heard the day before, that. I get it. Yeah, they need a win, man. Something
need a win.
Fierce, like beyond fierce. We need a break. That's what we need. It's custom tree surgeons.
Now!
Take a walk.
Break!
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
It's not set to the frequency. It's right here. Hello. No. Wrong frequency. What's the frequency, by the way?
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
You like golf apparel? GolfTeeRepair.com is the place to go, and it's the place to go right now. Because right now we got some great deals, and only the rest of this week, by the way. So you got a couple days. You got to go GolfTeeRepair.com. Check out the shirts. They got Duval shirts. They got Florida shirts. They got Florida State shirts that right now, because they're so bad, the teams, not the shirts, that if you enter promo code RepairMyTeam, you're going to get 50% off. RepairMyTeam is the promo code to enter at GolfTeeRepair.com. Okay, polos, T-shirts, hats, hoodies, all great, made out of bamboo, all natural materials, comfortable, breathable clothing. GolfTeeRepair.com. Look at the Duval shirts, the Florida shirts, the Florida State shirts. Enter Repair My Team in the promo code. Repair My Team. Get 50% off. You'll thank me later. It's unbelievable. GolfTeeRepair.com is the place to see it, and Repair My Team is the promo code. I can't do any more for you. You'll thank me later.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation. Light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called The Vault. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows. One winner and a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents in 50 United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry periods for the Shadow Sweepstakes promotion from 8/19/24 to 12/15/24. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsored administrator, Everbank NA, member FDIC.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
How far is it to the center of the earth?
The answer next.
With hurricane season now here, the only weather you need to be concerned about is whether your homeowner's insurance policy will cover you in the event of storm damage. Ask about Southern Oak Insurance today.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Since the Earth is 7,900 miles wide, digging to the center is about 4,000 miles deep.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about putting your worries in the right bucket. So often we put our worries in our own bucket, but many times they need to be in God's bucket. The Bible says, present your problems always to God. In other words, leave them in God's bucket. Understand that no matter what is out of your control, it's never out of the control of Almighty God.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a dust bunny breeder from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Steve Johnson.
Welcome to the show, Steve. It's great to be here, Alex.
Yeah, you don't have to answer it in the form of a question, Steve.
What is this game show?
See, that's another question.
Are you going to ask me about air conditioners?
Yeah, okay. How about we just send the Bueller guys over and you can annoy them with all your questions? Johnny?
That's right, Steve. Bueller Air and Plumbing can answer all your air conditioning questions, repair options, replacement models, and how to make your AC last longer while saving electricity, making sure you are cool.
Where is the parking lot?
You're killing me, Steve.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
It's time to take it back to the 90s, Jags fans. Be at the bank Sunday, October 6th, as we debut our Prowler throwback jerseys against the Colts and induct legendary head coach Tom Coughlin into the pride of the Jaguars at halftime. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m. You're not going to want to miss this matchup. Lock in your seats now by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000.
Meet Dennis, talking about his experience with BioTarget regenerative therapy at injury care centers.
My first treatment, I actually felt a great improvement. It actually allowed me to dress myself by increasing the range of motion in my shoulder. I did physical therapy for approximately 8 weeks, and it did not help in increasing the range of motion in my shoulder. I've told many people about the results that I had. I thought it was incredible. I'm very active. I do play a lot of golf, I fish a lot, I hunt, I bowl, and it just made it a lot easier with less pain. The pain is more manageable, yes. I don't take medications.
Stop masking your pain with harmful medications. There's a better solution. BioTarget regenerative therapy has helped countless others, and it can help you too. Call 904-92-REGEN or visit GoBioTarget.com today.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Advanced Business Solutions. Georgia head coach Kirby Smart is keenly aware of the challenges Alabama presents for his Dogs.
Because every play is a ticking time bomb. They've got explosive playmakers in backs, receivers, and then a quarterback. Extend a play from 4-second play is now 8 seconds.
Tickets will go on sale at noon Friday for the University of Florida versus South Florida basketball game on November 4th at the 5-Star Veteran Memorial Arena. It's the opening game of the 2024-25 season for both teams. Fans can register to receive early access to a 24-hour pre-sale beginning at noon today. The Florida High School Athletic Association Board of Directors voted to require an additional document for high school athletes participating in name, image, and likeness deals. The latest step is in the state's process of adopting NIL. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 9:03 and it's 77 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
The way I mentioned, it's golfteerepair.com and it's Repair My Team and the promo code for 50% off on the Duval shirts, the Florida shirts, and the Florida State shirts.
Tough sell these days.
Yeah. Trying to move merch.
Yeah.
Moving merch is what we're doing. That's why it's repair my team. That's what we got to do. Repair them. Man, I'm looking at this Jaden Ball kid running. He's good. Golly, it's a shame he won't be here next year with the Gators. He's a big kid, 230 pounds. 904. Play better.
Well, Florida fans, I do have one little, just a little glimmer of fun for you that's coming up. The basketball team should be good. I'm curious to see where they rank in the top 25 when the polls come out.
Mm-hmm.
Todd Golden's got a pretty good squad of returning guys down there, and I tell you what I like about Golden.
Basketball.
Oh, we are.
I know.
Well, the reason I'm not staying long on it, but they've opened their fall practice, so we got a practice report out of what's going on.
They got good players down there.
They got good, and they've got a nice mix now. Like there's some vets there. Like Will Richards been there for a while.
I like what he's done is he gets veteran big men.
Yeah.
Remember what was the kids last year from Seton Hall had a good year?
Tyree Samuel.
Yeah, good year.
Good player. That guy now is Alex.
They got one from UT Chattanooga.
Sam Alexis.
And they got one from UT Chattanooga.
Yeah, and then another from Washington State, a big guy, just defensive guys. But as we've suggested all along, when they said that, I get this dude's name. Han Glockton? How do you say his name? Han Lockton.
He's out.
He's not going to be out.
He's not?
I don't think he is. That injury he had is not a miss the whole year injury. Now, he's not practicing, but he's out and shooting and not limping. I think they'll have him this year is my point.
I think maybe
they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'd be different.
Let him.
They do have big men, so they've got a good collection. And Walter Clayton Jr. is a fantastic player. They've got is it Isaiah Brown? I believe his name, a freshman, is going to be a good player, and he's got a top 10 class right now for the next signing period. So, listen, even a blind squirrel can find an acorn, and Scott Strickland somehow got lucky and hired a coach that he literally didn't take the time to meet in person.
We'll see, yeah.
That's how insignificant your athletics director is in Gainesville. He's hiring a basketball coach, and he didn't even meet him in person.
Oh, boy.
COVID, Dan, COVID.
Giants-Cowboys Giants-Cowboys go tonight, so that'll be fun. Listen, it's a must-win for the Cowboys. I mean, they can't afford to blow this one.
Man, it seems like at some point they're going to find themselves.
Nor do I think they will.
Who do they got coming?
But if I told you in week 3 that the leading touchdown passer
who's it, Darnold?
Is Sam Darnold.
That's unbelievable. It shows you what coaching can do. I'll tell you who has shown the worst as an organization for quarterbacks than anybody in the history of man. It's the Carolina Panthers, buddy. You think the Jags or the Browns don't know what they're doing?
Yeah.
The Carolina Panthers free agent signed and put in as starters in 2 different seasons Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold.
And Baker's got 6 touchdown passes.
Who have now proven that they're as good as they're fine. And these guys in Carolina screwed them up. They traded away the world to draft Bryce Young, and 20 games in, Andy Dalton is better.
Oh, boy.
Like, didn't play better, is better.
Oh, no.
Golly, there is nobody. If you have to pick a team that's screwed for life, you go with Carolina because they can't get the most important. Not only are they missing the most important position, they have it there and don't see it.
Right.
You had Mayfield and Darnold. You didn't see a thing. You didn't get anything out of them. They've gone on to other places, and they're more than serviceable. Ooh, those Panthers.
That's bad.
Good.
And I'll tell you who's looking great and has really helped his club. Not a quarterback. I'm switching positions. But it is a disastrous move and may end up costing a guy his job is Saquon Barkley. How mad would you be if the Jags...
There's nobody is catastrophic to lose, Dan.
Okay,
You're not going to be able to put anybody.
You're right. But what if this had happened? Just role play here. Josh Hines-Allen, 17.5 sacks last year.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jags let him go in free agency, and he has 9 sacks for the Raiders right now through 3 games.
Right.
That's kind of what...
it would be worse. If they signed
Tennessee.
Josh...
Tennessee. It would be Tennessee.
Okay, and it would also be worse in this way.
Yeah.
Not only did you let him go for that, but you chose that instead you needed Tyson Campbell more.
Yes.
Or whatever the position.
Yes.
I don't mean to throw Tyson Campbell under the bus.
I hear you.
You keep a lesser player because of the position he's in.
I mean, the Giants let this... I saw him...
I will say this. I think that the Giants, over the course of a year, depending on who the replacement is... would be less affected by Saquon Barkley leaving than by Daniel Jones not being able to play.
I know.
I believe that. Now it's hard. If you're any good, you keep them both.
Yeah.
Why do the good teams keep them both, or the quarterback and the receivers? But I do believe that if the Giants played 17 games without Daniel Jones, but they had Saquon Barkley, versus playing 17 games without Saquon Barkley, but they have Daniel Jones, they'd win more games with Jones.
Wow.
But that's not a big number, and that's not a bold statement. It just speaks to why running backs go play for $2 million and average quarterbacks make $30. But we learned when Daniel, as bad as the Giants are, as bad as you think they are, they're a playoff team with Jones. They lose Daniel Jones, and they're the worst team in football. It felt like, like the offense, hardly did anything.
Oof.
And now he's back, and they're not exactly humming. But that's another one that feels like they're a play away from being 2-1. God, we're 0-3, man. I got teams all over the league. Sad sack operations with wins.
Yeah.
See, I get it. There's a voice of frustration, a lightning rod, and I know what yours is, and that's fine. I'm cool with everyone has one.
I got a lightning rod.
Yeah, mine is more. Mine is and I just try not to dwell on it. Mine is the coaching staff, because that applies to everything, and everything is terrible.
Yeah, I'm more of a.
Your Trevor is your lightning rod, and that's fine. He's symptomatic of what's wrong.
I'm GM too. I'm number one.
Well,
GM.
I've given up on that.
Yeah.
We've had, with due reason, plenty of opportunity to talk about that disaster.
Yeah.
It's been a disaster over and over with. Just pull up his drafts, Dan. I did that yesterday. It's ugly.
Oh, I know.
Pull up his drafts. Look at key building pieces of rosters from round 3 to 7, and look what this guy has signed and brought in. And I'm sorry, that's this guy.
Yeah.
You deserve that. That's the depth of the insult to be referred to as this guy. Consider yourself lucky. It's an abomination down there with what should be.
We talked about this a little bit. I came out on Tuesday and asked this question, and our friend Rick Ballou at night had an interesting take on it. Because remember, they did start Tyler Lacey, Ledbetter, and Yasir Abdullah on defense. And
that's
Rick,
what I'm saying. I blame Rick. If they coached better, they'd be 2-1. I believe that.
Rick said, I saw him tweet this out. It made me chuckle. It's kind of like in hockey starting your fourth line because of their, certain special. I mean, I'm sorry, it made no sense.
Here's why it's coaching for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to say these things not to back an argument, but because I believe them, in my opinion, for whatever it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they coached moderately better, we'd be 2-1.
Yeah.
Just modest. If they'd done anything above the X's and O's special.
Yeah.
You had a home game against a terrible team you lost. Forget it. I'll find 100 different ways you should have won that one.
Yeah.
And you had a lead in my. You should have coached. Now, if Trevor plays modestly better, they're probably still 0-3. They might be 1-2.
But Jeff, why were they flat against Cleveland? Is that the players or the coach?
Both.
Yeah.
It's both.
We all agree, right?
Yes.
They were
100%.
flat that game, right?
And by the way, probably not all 60 of them, but two as a team, it's how they manifested.
And then they told us. Okay, then they told us the sense of urgency is off the charts here. We know how important this Buffalo game is.
And then we didn't see any.
And is that the players or the coaches? I get what you're saying. I'm confused by it too. Because I want to sit here and go, training camp. You know what training camp sensation was? Parker Washington. What has he got? 1 catch? 2 catches? Has he got anything? I mean, what has he done? Right? Antonio Johnson, all I see him do is get beat. These are our draft picks.
I don't know if he was a training camp star.
No,
but
I'm talking, he's a starter.
Our young guys aren't becoming stars. The one that, to me, that just screams at you is Devon Hamilton.
Yeah.
All we heard was Devon Hamilton's going to be a wrecker. Yeah. We loved him last preseason. The injury sent him back. That same guy's here. Where is he?
Yeah.
Crickets chirping.
Brenton Strange drop pass the other night.
Second rounder, man.
Yeah,
second round pick. Regardless of where they're picked, who they are.
Bigsby looks good when he runs. He had 2 carries.
Well, I don't know if that's the shoulder or what they're doing there. I don't know.
Yeah. If and we've done Trayvon ad nauseum, but the other first-round pick of that draft, first play of the game, Devin Lloyd. Was I'll tell him he's not fast. The third-round pick, Luke Fortner. The other third-round pick, Chad Muma. The fifth-round pick, Snoop Connor. I mean, the second best player in the 22 draft behind Trayvon Walker, who, again, Trayvon is a good football player. He just shouldn't have been the first pick, is Buster Brown.
I guess he's a good football player, but Dan, if you're a defensive
you can't
end
be 103rd.
and you're 3.5% win rate, are you a good football player?
Yeah, you can't be
you look like a good. You certainly look like you're the whole airport team, as they said.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's a terrible football player, but no, he may not be worth the first couple of rounds. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't be 103rd.
There's plenty of guys around the league that get 10-sack seasons and no one thinks anything special of them. We don't have them, so we do. And the reason they don't think anything special of them, I'm guessing, is they're not doing other things well. Jonathan Grenard had as many sacks as Trayvon Walker. Nobody's wondering where's Jonathan Grenard and how do I get him?
Right.
Hutchinson is a difference maker, man, all-timer.
Yeah.
He was right there for you, easy pick. And you had to be the smartest guy, didn't you, Balky? Had to be smarter than the rest of us. Had to show how smart you were. You blew it so big time, it's disgusting. Gosh, it's right there. Why do you lose games and have the number one pick if you're going to blow it?
I think one of the things that we've learned here watching the first 3 weeks is it's just when you go 0-3, which is hard to do in the NFL, in the end, it's a combination. It's a combination of the front office, the coaching staff, and the players. It's hard to point the finger
That's
at
fair.
one.
I'm just saying, what's the lightning rod? Like for you, it's Trevor a lot. It's Trevor. For me, it's the coaches. They drive me nuts.
I get it. This is The Drill on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Imagine driving a late model Corvette, BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, Chevy, Ford, and more, all at a fraction of the original sticker price. Visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom and browse a great selection of dream cars that are inspected with warranties. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
All right, gang, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology, man. Listen, Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, the ladies in the front office are terrific people. They run a great shop. That's number one. Number two, Dr. Fader with his Mohs surgery, he's there to help you if you need it. Number three is they want you, and they want to remind you to take care of yourself, even as we enter the fall and the winter. Sun's powerful in the Sunshine State, man. Don't be afraid to protect those ears. Protect those ears, man. Wear that floppy hat. Long sleeve, dry fit sunscreen if you're out there for a long period of time. That sun can fool you in October and November. By the way, if you got anything that shows up on your skin, get it checked out at Beaches Dermatology. They'll take great care of you. Online at beachesdermatology.com.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinder's Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
It's the best time of year again. That's right. Football season is here. Over 1 million fans got in the game with Underdog last year. Compete against others in their Player v. Player fantasy game to see if you can beat out the pack and become top dog. Underdog is super fun, easy to play, easy to get started. Go to their easy-to-use mobile app or to UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with promo code Prosser, and Underdog will give you a special to use on your first contest and deposit offer. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code Prosser. Claim your new customer offer of a mystery special plus a first-time deposit offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash. I love the champion slip. Real easy. Get statistical projections. All you got to do is go higher or lower. Add them up, and your winning ratio gets ratcheted up, and you're taking home cash. Must be 18 or over, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Always call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
It's kind of like his own private locker, and you're his guest.
Every time we talk, I'm reinvigorated by my love of the game.
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010xl.com.
Hayes Blog is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Right now, they're on their way to ruin your day. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. And if you're not prepared, you will suffer. Yes, it's that time of the year. Heat and humidity are attacking North Florida. But help is at hand. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air Conditioning. Mike Merritt has a license to chill and lets you maintain your comfort zone at a bargain price. How? Mike Merritt stands ready to help, routine or emergencies. And Mike Merritt knows emergencies can happen at any time. So with Mike, there's never any overtime charges. And Mike's team works without commissions. Merritt will never try to sell you parts you don't need. You can't trust just anyone with a truck. Call Mike Merritt, the company North Florida has trusted for 35 years. Call today. License number CAC 050384.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida, and don't let the state decide your fate.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Are you ready to upgrade your home? Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renew by Andersen, energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, zero down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires September 30th and restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit rbafla.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
You know, for every Sluka who doesn't get his money and leaves, perhaps there's a Bear Alexander who does, so he leaves. Defensive lineman Bear Alexander plans to redshirt the remainder of the season for USC and enter the transfer portal.
I saw another one.
He got $1 million for playing 3 games.
Oh, he did? Was he playing?
Yeah. There'll be a lot of red shirts today. We're reached the deadline, so that's why it's become.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 games in. Yeah, that's right.
Gators have quiet red shirts. They're just not playing like Trey.
Our good players are not red shirts. They're transfers to other teams where they're performing quite admirably, while our defense, handpicked by Billy Napier, can't stop you and me and E.T. if we ran her out.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, yeah, Creed Whittemore, I think, is doing the same thing at Mississippi State. I think he's
leaving. He's decided not. Is he the one that was actually with Florida, or no? He's the younger brother?
He's the younger one.
What was Jeff? What was the other one, the older one's name? He was going to be.
Was it Mark?
He was going to be a decent player, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And where did he go? Mississippi State?
Trent Whittemore, UCF.
He's the older one that we had?
Yeah.
I thought the whole deal all along was the two brothers were going to play together.
They wanted to. I don't know what happened. I mean, Trent Whittemore's got, this year, he's got 1 catch for 11 yards.
From the text line, Design My Lifetime Enclosures, why are y'all harder on Napier than Doug? You want to handle that, or should I?
Well, Doug won a Super Bowl. Napier
can't beat Santa Fe Community College, who doesn't have a football team. That is a silly question. One of them, since he's joined your team, is about a 500 coach and has a playoff appearance and a win. The other can't win a game in the league. Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Golly, man. Really? Okay.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's calling for. Now, look, Doug's going to be on the hot seat. I mean, nationally, they're all talking about Belichick to the Jags. So, and, so that's all out there. But, I mean, I don't think anybody's calling for Doug Peterson to be fired. Billy Napier will not be the coach of the Florida Gators in 2025. I mean, there's no more bigger lockstep guarantee in college football history, is there, Jeff?
Then what?
Then Napier coming back to coach next year? That ain't happening.
Well, the only way that's happening is if they go 6-6.
And they're not going to do it.
I just don't see
They got
how
no
the defense.
shot.
I think I see we may give up 50 points in multiple games this year.
3 straight.
Yeah, we might.
Tennessee.
Yeah, we might.
Georgia.
Yeah,
Texas.
I feel like the Gators feel like that when they're on defense feel like you felt with the Jags the other night against Buffalo.
Yes.
I don't think they're capable of stopping a team from going 10 yards in 4 plays. If every team went for it every possession, I think they I don't know, maybe turn the ball over once or twice the whole game. Wow, yeah, this guy.
I always like to catch up with him.
Out of hibernation and mothballs. The skinny bastard.
On the Garber Wiggle hotline.
Garber Wiggle? I don't know.
Wiggle.
Morning, Skinny.
Good morning, Skinny.
I was reassured when I knew Ox Gator would be coming in with the meteorological report at some stage of all of this.
Mm-hmm.
He did an admirable job as usual.
Mm-hmm. I thought so. I thought he was terrific.
Let me give you a happier football story that happened to occur 60 years ago today.
Oh, I like that.
And I don't know whether the schedule makers in the Southeastern Conference had this in mind or not, but it was a beautiful fall day in Lexington, KY. I was throwing the football around. Somebody opens a window in one of the houses, puts a radio in there, and we thought, well, Kentucky's playing their second game of the year. They're playing the number 1 team in the country. Let's see what happens. Well, lo and behold, they went to Jackson, Mississippi, and beat the Rebels 27-21.
Oh.
By the way, Ole Miss has never been number 1 since that day.
Wow.
I don't want to get to Catlin, but where does Kentucky go Saturday? To Oxford. They're not going to beat Ole Miss. But I just think it's odd or a coincidence that they would throw that in there.
That's pretty good.
Well,
yeah, it was.
You know what, Skinny? You just taught, I don't remember that. So that's pretty good. 19, you're saying it was 19 what?
1964.
64. So that was before Arch?
Yes.
Right before Archie.
Yeah.
Archie
They
came,
won
I
it.
believe.
Did they win it? When did Ole Miss win it? 60?
Ole Miss was.
Oh, no, that was LSU and Billy Cannon, 60.
Yes, he was saying that's
54. Ole Miss won a natty, did they not, Skinny?
I believe they probably in the late
50s?
50s or 60s.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me look
From about 1958 to 64, the game of the year in the SEC was Ole Miss LSU. They were 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Just about every year.
And it's funny how it changes. You think you can know. And then what happened is the big boom and bigger facilities and populations make it harder for even a proud school like Ole Miss to stay in that spot.
Well,
three natties for Ole Miss, 59, 60, and 62.
So they did. Well,
Happy times.
I think 60 they gave to Billy Cannon, didn't they? Wasn't that his year?
Billy Cannon won the Heisman.
He won the Heisman. I don't know
he didn't win the natty? I thought it was the same year. Was that 60 that Billy Cannon won?
Cannon story?
Yeah. You have before. Tell it again.
Well, in 1958, he was the top player in the country. LSU came to Lexington, and we used to climb the fence at the end zone at the end of the game and go out and ask players for chin straps. So I jumped the fence, and I went straight to number 20.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking alongside. I'm 9 years old now. I said, Mr. Cannon, you're the greatest football player I've ever seen. It would be an honor if I could have your chin strap.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked down at me, kept walking, and then told me to do something that was anatomically impossible. And, I tell you.
How old were you when you did that?
I kept walking, too.
How old were you? How old were you
when you asked? 9 yeed old and he told you that, huh?
Oh, absolutely. So I was glad he went to prison on the counterfeiting charge. and a low down so-and-so. He wins the Heisman Trophy the next year.
Yeah.
There was a guy that used to plays poker in town back in the day. You run into him at the 10-10 tournament or on the air. I think his name was Moses, maybe. Big, tall guy, but he was Billy Cannon's nephew or grandson or something. Like, was like direct a relative. He was always impressed that I knew who Billy Cannon was. At my
Well, I tell you, the LSU game I remember was 62. Kentucky was down to 30 players. They all quit. And Sports Illustrated came into town, did one of their long pieces at the end of the magazine, and Kentucky ended up on probation for practicing like they were at Paris Island.
Is that
LSU
Bear?
LSU brings 100 players. Kentucky's got 29 guys. LSU scores a touchdown after a turnover, win the game 7-0. But I'll always remember there was 100 yellow helmets that got thrown in the air, and the Kentucky players, a couple of them I remember crawling off the field. But these guys were animals. I mean, absolutely animals, as you can well imagine. Anyway, looking forward to Alabama and Georgia.
Yeah.
I kind of think Alabama is probably going to win this game. I think they struck gold with that Kalen DeBoer. I don't think Alabama could have gotten a better coach.
Jeez. All right, Skinny,
Guys,
good to hear from you, my brother. Yeah, glad you're doing well. Hang in there, boy.
Better days ahead.
Yes,
Bye.
sir. There he goes, the Skinny. We'll take a break, come back, and
let's see what's just do something. I need
we'll see some New York City headlines.
There's all this talk. I'm frustrated about the Braves and the rainout. Nobody's fault, but it's just another torpedoing of our chances. I'm frustrated with the Gators in college football. I'm frustrated with the Jags. I'm frustrated with it all. Doggone it.
It kept me so frustrated.
It's a custom tree surgeons Thursday. I'm not frustrated that my kids are out of school for no reason because they're not school age anymore. But if the storm that's not coming affects your property, there's custom tree surgeons and customtreesurgeons.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Looking for a new vehicle? Take a look at Jenkins Hyundai of Jacksonville. Now's the time to save big this summer. Choose from more than 250 new and over 1,000 used and certified pre-owned vehicles on the lot, or shop anytime at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com. Hyundai has one of the top warranties in the business. Lifetime powertrain and a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, plus 3 years free maintenance on a new vehicle. Give us the opportunity to earn your business today. Atlantic Boulevard, Jacksonville, or visit JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com. Welcome to the family.
Mad Men Marketing, Jacksonville's original digital ad agency, is now able to get your ads placed on Amazon Prime Video. Their digital experts are some of the few digital marketers approved to insert on Amazon Prime Video. Call their digital consultants at 355-1766 to learn how you can use Amazon Prime Video to grow your business and increase sales. Mad Men Marketing. Interact. Don't interrupt.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a dust bunny breeder from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Steve Johnson.
Welcome to the show, Steve. It's great to be here, Alex.
Yeah, you don't have to answer in the form of a question, Steve.
What is this game show?
See, that's another question.
Are you going to ask me about air conditioners?
Yeah, okay. How about we just send the Bueller guys over and you can annoy them with all your questions? Johnny?
That's right, Steve. Bueller Air and Plumbing can answer all your air conditioning questions, repair options, replacement models, and how to make your AC last longer while saving electricity, making sure you are cool.
Where is the parking lot?
You're killing me, Steve.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
I insist on complete honesty.
You can chime in anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
If you have something to say to me, I wish you would just say it.
Share your opinion. Are you nuts?
What?
641-1010.
That's crazy.
In its final year, we encourage you to help create great futures for young people when you run or walk at Mackenzie's Run. Saturday, November 23rd. Join Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida for a 5K and 1 mile fun run through the beautiful stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. Enjoy food, live music, face painting, family fun, and more at our Runners Village. Register at McKenzie'sRun.org. Mackenzie's 5K and Fun Run, November 23rd. McKenzie'sRun.org.
RJ Saunders here, sports lovers. I recently took a tip from Frank Frangie when I needed to send flowers to my mother. Frank told me that Kuhn Flowers is the only florist he ever uses. So that's what I do now. I use Kuhn Flowers. Find them online at KuhnFlowers.com.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
With their star tight end Evan Ingram not able to go in Buffalo, Jacksonville looked for a player to step up in his absence, and Britton Strange would answer that call. In the third quarter, Trevor Lawrence would find the former second-round pick for a 6-yard touchdown, giving Jacks their first TD score of the game. The Strange score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Hey Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Introducing Gatorade Water. Alkaline and electrolyte infused for great taste. Gatorade Water, always in motion.
Find it at your local Winn-Dixie. For the athletes who give everything, nothing beats Gatorade, the studied, tested, and proven fuel of the world's greatest athletes. Gatorade Water, proudly supporting high school sports on the First Coast.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence addressed the media on Wednesday afternoon and gave an evaluation of his performance this season.
I'm not happy with how I've played. I know that I have more to give, and I need to make more plays for this team, and your quarterback just has to play well to give you a shot to win every week, so I understand that, and that's my job, so I own that.
Trevor was asked if he's trying to do too much.
No, I actually don't. I don't think so. I think there's been times where I've been a little undisciplined with my eyes, and maybe been a little sped up in some of my progressions. So maybe a little bit of that for sure. I think a few times my feet have gotten sloppy, have caused some passes to not go exactly where I wanted them to. You know, and then there's times where the defense is going to win, and they have a better call than we do at times.
I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
Oh, we talked about the frustrations, and they are everywhere in the world of sports these days. For you Jaguar fans, they're everywhere. Gator fans, they're everywhere. FSU fans, they're everywhere. Baseball rainout fans, they're everywhere. It's a frustrating time.
I'm cooling down on this fact that sometimes exists. Sometimes the consequence is much bigger than the story indicates. And the Braves getting rained out yesterday was a much bigger consequence than just having to play a doubleheader on Monday. And you do the research. Basically, they lose Chris Sale in an important game against the Mets, and then in an important early, potential playoff series game, the best pitcher in baseball. Now they won't get him at all, and they won't pitch him Monday against the Mets. They're gonna, he'll pitch one game instead of 2 or 3 against, the Royals, not the arch rivals. So it's annoying.
You want to see what's trending?
Sure.
It's brought to you by our friend Dr. Rick Townsend, mypvconcierge.com. It's medicine in a different way, a better way. And you can find out more at mypvconcierge.com. He's my personal doctor. I will tell you that he is the very best. So with that said, E, what you got for us?
Number 5.
It's always something going on with these airlines. Recently, I was reading there was a Scandinavian flight that was traveling somewhere across the pond, and one of the travelers was getting their meal, about to get their eat on.
Okay.
When suddenly, a mouse popped up out the food.
Oh, boy. Oh, no.
By the way, that means all the food's bad.
Right.
And by the way, if you're the airline, sometimes you don't want to admit, you got to go back and you got to take every tray you've given out and say, sorry, can't have it.
Right.
You can't have that.
Everything got to go at that point.
Wow, that's some people. Now, look, I would be disappointed, to say the least. It wouldn't freak me out, but some people freak out when they see little animals like that.
You wouldn't freak out if you had a mouse in your food, if you're putting your fork into that meal.
I wouldn't freak out.
I would freak out at that point, but it would eventually, I'd get over it. Some people hold it on to
I'm
that.
talking about freak out like, oh my God, like freaked out by the mouse itself, where some people would. No,
Was the mouse alive or dead?
Yeah, it jumped out the food.
Jumped out of the food. Yeah. I might freak out.
I didn't realize yeah, that is so wrong, by the way. This may be a lie. I don't know if I believe this. Don't they package those meals almost like those frozen dinner? You know how they're got a seal on them and then you just warm them up? They're not making these meals, are they?
We have been known to maybe put a mouse into the food to
that's what I'm
gain
saying.
some cash.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I love those guys.
4.
Put big roaches in their Olive Garden salad. Stop it, bro.
Here's a feel-good story, and this is why, teachers are so important
to
our
feel
future.
Good, E.
A 5-year-old boy was recently released from the hospital after receiving a life-saving liver transplant.
Good.
Little Ezra was given a portion of, he needed a liver transplant, and his 21-year-old teacher decided to step up to the plate and help little Ezra out.
Wow.
What do you mean? She gave him her liver?
Yeah.
Part of her liver, obviously, not her whole liver.
Yeah.
You got to have your liver.
Shout out. Superhero for sure.
That is a superhero.
Yeah.
Can't do enough for that lady.
Right.
Or man.
Especially and 21 years old, too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
When I was 21, I wasn't thinking about giving nobody my liver.
I got to have a talk right now with the 21-year-old's parents. I'm just saying, man.
21-year-old made up her own.
I don't know. What are we doing here? Is that after a night of drinking? What are we? It's one thing if it's family or your child. Look, there's a fine line between incredible grace and like personal health risk. I want the story to hear when this poor girl's died.
Oh, dear.
All right, we're going to do the story then?
You just ruined our feel-good story.
Yeah.
We had a feel-good story.
I did, yeah.
JP just crushed it.
That's fair. I mean, I just think, I just think in real terms.
Just blasted it.
Wait, we're doing what? Honey, come here. You're doing what now?
Here's a feel-good story.
Hey, Dano.
Yes, sir.
So your boy Josh Hart is in the news.
I know. I love my boy Josh Hart. I didn't know he was related to Elston Howard. I like that.
Yeah, I did not know either. So the New York Yankees gifted Josh Hart, who plays for the New York Knicks, a 32 baseball jersey, the number 32.
Yeah.
Well, turns out that his great uncle was Elston Howard.
Yeah, man.
Elston Howard is the first black player to play for the Yankees.
Yes, he was. I think he was an MVP at one year. Elston Howard was a terrific player way back when.
Did he just learn this? Why is this?
No, I think he knew it, but I think the Yankees had him come out and throw out the first pitch, and that's how they tied it in. They gave him the jersey, and Josh Hart better get his rebounding shoes on because he's going to be playing center for us this year. Because we don't have
livers regenerate. It's okay. See that? There you go.
To a point.
Would have been
you can't take out the whole liver.
Would have been a better father than me.
Yeah, you can't take out the whole liver though. You can take out part of it.
My 21-year-old liver may have already been ruined. I don't know if it would have been past muster.
So we don't.
Number 2.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, the story that's going out there at UNLV, the starting quarterback Matthew Sluka reportedly was promised some money, and he ain't get his money, in NIL. Well, the running back has joined Matthew Sluka. Running back Michael Allen, UNLV's 4th leading rusher, has announced he will be sitting out the remainder of the season.
He going too?
And entering the transfer portal.
Wow.
Yeah. So something's going on over there at UNLV. Something strange is going on over there at UNLV.
Let me ask you guys a question. What's going to prevent this? I saw this, the Barstool guy. What's his name? The head Barstool guy? Portnoy. He's always in the news. He's crazy. He's a gambler. He's obviously made millions of dollars. And so you know who his college team is though, don't you?
No.
It's Michigan.
Okay.
Huge Michigan fan.
Okay. Shout out Jake.
Yep. Yeah, shout out Jake. So Portnoy came out and said, "Look, right now I'll give some kid $3 million if he goes plays quarterback in Michigan if he's good."
Oh.
What? Nothing to stop that, right?
No, isn't that what happened with Travis Hunter in the beginning? Didn't Barstool offer him an NIL deal
They
like
may
$1 million?
Yeah. So it is what it is. I mean, welcome.
Free game.
You guys don't want to regulate it. That's what's going to happen. Now, there's a flip side, and the poor kid from Holy Cross just wanted $100,000. They gave him $100,000 to come play quarterback at UNLV, which is like a bargain, and then they didn't pay him the money. And UNLV said, "Oh no, they're trying to." Basically, he said they're trying to extort us, which was ludicrous. I don't know how a kid quits playing football at the quarterback position.
I don't believe a
3-0 team.
Yeah, I believe the kid, and now they're trying to throw everything in. Well, his agent's not registered here. And This doesn't anything about agents. College players now can be paid. They come to an agreement with an agent, their parent, or anyone else. The coach told him, "We'll give you $100,000." He came, he played. They paid for him to move. They haven't given him any money. UNLV's liars, disingenuous.
I think you're right.
Liar. That's how it happened. I mean, that's how it happened.
I think you're right.
And it's kind of odd that in a city like Vegas, you can't come up with 100 real quick.
No doubt.
Somebody in the
strange.
Somebody in the athletic administration,
Right.
call over to the Sands or somewhere and get your $100,000 from some backer.
There's got to be a good fella out there.
Man, I tell you who the most unlucky cats in the world. You know who they are? Missouri's Larry Johnson, Anderson Hunt, Stacey Augmon.
They'd have been rich.
Those boys would have made trillions.
Oh, yeah.
If they could have been straight up paid back in the day. Now, they made some anyway, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, they would have made a ton of cash.
Number 1.
This is it. Hottest story in America.
Oh, yeah, the hottest story in America.
This
Jeff,
is hot.
Yeah, Jeff, you're going to love this.
What you got?
Airports, colleges, and schools all across Florida are shutting down for a potential hurricane that's going to hit. Now, for those that are in the vicinity and may be potentially affected, make prayers out for them, because when hurricanes hit, they do cause destruction, and it's a big deal. And for those who are lucky enough to not be affected by it, good for you.
Yes. Yeah, Hurricane Helene is out there, and Tallahassee's.
It's good. It's
Big Ben's going to get hit bad.
It's already windy out there in Tallahassee.
Yeah, it's going to get. They're talking about like 20-foot storm surges, which are unsurvivable if you're right there on the beach. So you need to get out of there if you're there, because that's not a place you want to be. But yeah, here we're okay, which is good news.
And that's what's trending.
That's well done, my friend.
We call it the top 5.
Yeah,
it's fantastic because it's 5 only the top.
How it works?
Yeah. So not what. Man, you want to talk? They're throwing cold water on excitement, and then there's what's happened to this final week of the baseball season. If you're a Braves or a Mets fan, this is a joke, man.
Yeah.
First of all, you're coming off the weekend. It's the last week. You got to wait a day. Let's play Tuesday, right? You got to take the Monday off. I'm raring to go. Now we had Monday Night Football, so in hindsight, I'm glad we didn't have it.
Right.
But here we go. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So important. You're jacked up to play them. You
Yeah.
know they're exciting. The urgency. I'm watching the game the other night like it's a playoff game. And now this rain comes in.
Yeah.
And we've talked all day about the ramifications of that. It's not good for either team. But now there's this second thing that also means that we got another day with no baseball.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, would you play
pitching issues?
Would you have gone to New York if it meant sale pitch? Yeah, I would have gone and played. I wouldn't have played in city.
That's not fair.
It's not fair at all. It's just
But they could have went to a neutral site.
But it's hypothetical. Well, I have never seen that was offered. I wonder if they would.
No, I know, but
they want the gate, so they wouldn't have.
Right.
We learned that's the one thing that could be true about the gate.
Yeah.
They weren't going to. Listen, moving it to earlier yesterday would not have worked. Moving it to Monday would have worked, but if I'm the Braves, I'm not doing it because it takes Sale and Fried and throws them a day less. I can't do that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. So it is what it is at this point. We got 5 left. You got 5 left. And what are we, a game ahead?
There is this interesting, if you were me, Dan, I think we agree you can't hold Sale. Right? You can't wait and pitch him on Monday.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to throw in these you have 5 games in 4 days, and in one of those 5, a bullpen guy's going to throw unless Lopez comes back.
Right.
There you do give a guy extra. You do not throw him Monday. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
maybe it depends on what it looks like going into Sunday.
Depends.
Yeah.
I mean, it could go bad for either team.
The Braves aren't out of the out of trouble when it comes to Friday night weather.
I see.
We may play 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday, 2 Monday.
E?
Oh, good Lord.
Now, the 2-minute drill brought to you by Injury Care Centers. Discover BioTarget Regenerative Therapy, a safer drug-free solution for lasting pain relief. Visit GoBioTarget.com.
I see that you have Derrockadamus in here, the great predictor.
Great predictor of.
I didn't like that prediction at all, but man.
He may predict those outcomes right, but man, is he bad at fantasy football.
Did he lose again?
Oh, yeah.
He lost again?
Yeah. Thanks,
so
D-Rock.
again, it's Dylan, Denmark, and D-Rock just trading places each week.
Oh, Dylan week 1, and then D-Rock's on a little streak right now.
Oh, D-Rock's on the streak.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
We got that going.
I thought we just weren't going to finish last. I thought that was our goal. I don't understand.
15.
Oof. What are you going to do today? How are you going to solve the problems of this franchise's woes?
I don't think we're going to set out to do that, actually.
I need you to.
Well, we've tried.
Why can't you? They don't listen?
They don't listen, or we have bad ideas.
Okay.
It could be one of those. But today we're going to look at differing expectations. I think 3 weeks ago, whatever you predicted, I don't think everyone thought they'd be 3-0 right now.
No.
Yet it feels like this is, like, even if you had them winning 1 out of the first 3, your record now that you're predicting for them is a lot more different than just a 1 game. Yeah. Right? I mean, I feel like this the way they played has taken all the steam out of the fan base.
Do you have any hope for Sunday?
Sure. Just being that it's the NFL.
That way,
they went there last year. And I mean, crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
The Jags beating the Texans.
That's a fact.
I will not be picking that.
Okay.
Yeah. But, I mean, to say there's no hope, I mean, it's the NFL.
Okay, good. As long as
we got that going.
Yes, we got that going, which is nice.
The crazy things happen in sports angle.
That's always the worst weaponry to have.
Like every underdog has
they're due to play better.
Exactly.
I love that one.
We'll have a great show.
Thank you.
That's Mike Dempsey. He's got Tony and D-Rock, the loser of the breakfast bowl this week.
Well, so far so good on the need for custom tree surgeons during this stormy time a little bit west of us. But if it does arrive, the winds blow through, or anytime you've got a damage on your property or otherwise, it's our friends at Custom Tree Surgeons and CustomTreeSurgeons.com. Jaguars Today is coming your way next. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
If you've ever screamed, "Do